means it's time for high school football on the Fan. It's the high school game of the week. Here's Paul Barnes.
Welcome to week one of the 2025 high school football season in Ohio, a truly special day. And for our first game of the season on the Fan, what a matchup. Bishop Watterson, the homestanding Eagles, about to take the field here at Ohio Dominican University's Panther Stadium. Bishop Watterson, the defending Division III champions from a season ago. A perfect 16-0 record as the Eagles storm the field. They take on the big Walnut Golden Eagles in a rematch of last season's season opener, in which Watterson won 20-0. Big Walnut had a great year last year, 13-2, Division II semifinalists. Welcome to week one. I am Paul Barnes. Pleased to welcome in Justin Zwick, former Ohio State quarterback and now one of our analysts this season. Welcome to the Fans Game of the Week.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited to be here. This is the best time of year in Ohio, fall. High school football back on the field here on a Friday night, so I'm looking forward to it. Thanks for having me.
And Justin, what a matchup for you tonight. What are you looking for from each of these teams? I know Big Walnut likes to ground and pound.
Yeah, I'm really excited about watching Nolan Burley here today. From everything I've heard and people that I've talked to, he's just a guy who doesn't quit. He keeps coming at you, and they like to feed him the rock and let him try and do his thing. So I imagine we'll see a steady handoff and a steady run game with Burley. And then on the other side of things, I'm excited to see Belisari get after it tonight. He had a nice season last year, takes his team to the state championship, gets the win, and I know he's been working hard in the offseason, and he's ready to show out here this year.
Kickoff is just moments away as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on the Fan.
I'm here with my friend Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Bob, I hear you guys are having a big sale.
You know it, Common Man. Can you believe it? We're celebrating our 25-year anniversary.
August 19th through the 23rd, you can save up to 60% off in-stock jewelry.
And we'll have surprises and giveaways in the store all week long.
25 years of Capace goodness. He's my guy. Remember the dates. August 19th through the 23rd. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com.
Matty Ice here. Are you ready to rumble? Then get ready to roll on up to McDaniel GM Superstore in Marion. Right now, they're unleashing huge savings on the all-new 2025 Silverado 1500. We're talking about up to $13,000 off MSRP. Or if you need some serious muscle, get a 2025 Silverado HD for as low as 3.9% APR for qualified buyers. They're just a short drive north off Route 23 in Marion, or you can visit McDanielGMSuperstore.com. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Trip. This summer at Tire Discounters, your tires are your passport to savings because you're driving to Paris,
Texas,
then it's off to Rome,
Georgia,
and you'll be kissing the Blarney Stone in Dublin,
Ohio.
Right now, save up to $404 when you buy 4 tires, and that includes a free alignment and oil change. Stop at Tire Discounters before you see the world.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan.
The best in high school football every Friday night. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Tonight we emanate from Panther Stadium on the campus of Ohio Dominican University, the home of the Bishop Watterson High School Eagles. They take on the Big Walnut Golden Eagles as we are set to commence high school football 2025. Beautiful night for football. Temperature 79 degrees, sunny skies. A packed house. We're so happy you're with us, along with Justin Zwick. I'm Paul Barnes. Kicking off, Jake Neff from right to left. Ball in the air. Waiting on gravity is Dash Hoy. The transfer into Watterson, the deep return man. As he mishandled it, it goes into the end zone. That is an automatic touchback. So Bishop Watterson, which saw Big Walnut win the toss. Big Walnut deferred its choice to the second half. Eagles receiving. They will come out led by their quarterback, Drew Belisari, a senior, a dynamic player, according to the opposing coach, which is Curtis Krager of Big Walnut. He says he's as good a runner as he is a thrower. He's a dual threat, 6'3", 195 pounds. Last season threw for 2,106 yards. He ran for 734 yards, 44 total touchdowns a season ago for Drew Belisari, a first-team All-State selection as a junior. Now he's back as a senior, as the Eagles are about to run the first play from scrimmage in 2025. How about that? They come out with a tight formation, a receiver to each side. Ball in the middle of the field. Turn and a handoff. And Stutter stepping his way forward, now plowing forward. Getting some room ahead is Jack McCoy, as the Eagles on first down have a healthy gain. And Justin, welcome to the high school football game of the week.
Yeah.
And again, you're excited for this big matchup tonight, two marquee teams.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I mean, I love seeing them run it back for the opener again this year. And, you know, Watterson's got the football. We expect to see a little bit of spread formation. It looks like they're bunching up here early, wanting to maybe run the tote and see if their offensive line can get it done. Jack
McCoy gains 6 yards up the gut on first down, and now McCoy spinning forward off left tackle, surging ahead. He's past the first down marker, and his trip ends at the Watterson 33 in the middle of the field. So the Eagles, two running plays early on for Bishop Watterson, and they have the game's first down.
Yeah, and they go ahead and just flip the formation and go to the other side. You know, they have these, three returning starters on the offensive line, a center, and the huge two tackles on the outsides. I think they want to go ahead and try and use those big guys.
1st and 10, Eagles from their 34-yard line. Now, Bishop Watterson is the Eagles. Big Walnut, the Golden Eagles. That's how we'll refer to their nicknames tonight, as there's a tight formation for Watterson. Drew Belisari's under center, calling out signals. Fading back to throw, has a clean pocket. Time scanning, lofts it deep down the middle. And the pass is caught by Carter Belisari inside the 25 and down to the 24. On the coverage was Dallas Beal, the field corner, but the premier receiver, just a junior, his first start as a receiver. Long game for the Eagles.
Yeah, they go ahead and set up that play action with a couple of those runs, and these two have been going at it in the offseason together. They're cousins. They know each other very well.
41-yard pass play, no huddle by the Eagles. They get to the line quickly. It's Jack McCoy slithering off the right end as a flag flies in. McCoy stumbles forward past the 20, and he's tackled at the 18, but there is a flag down as the Eagles and their offensive coordinator, John Wallace, who's in his 4th season here, electing to go with a no huddle there.
Yeah, when you're starting a game out and the defense doesn't know exactly what you're going to throw at them, it's good to throw a little bit of it at them. And, you're starting running the ball downhill. You do a nice play action, and you get right up, and you get a big play like that. You get right to the line of scrimmage. Unfortunately, you get a hold on this call, but they had positive yards. I mean, what they're doing right now is working.
Drew Belisari, the son of former Ohio State linebacker Greg Belisari. Greg is on the staff for Watterson. He is the linebackers coach, also co-defensive coordinator. As the Eagles come to the line after the penalty, they step it off. Ball back to the 35-yard line of Big Walnut. First down, 20 yards to go for Watterson on the game's first possession. No score. Back to throw Belisari. Again, time, looking. Fires right side. Caught. It's Carter Belisari again as he curls back inside. He slithers past the 26, and his trip ends at the 25 on the numbers on the near side. And so a nice pass play for Watterson, getting some of that yardage back after the holding call.
Yeah, they do a nice job. If you're going to get quarters, you're going to get play. The defense is going to play off on Carter Belisari. You're going to see a lot of that today. Him just going out there and making those stick routes and coming back to the ball.
Middle linebacker Eli Helton made the stop for the Golden Eagles. Helton is a senior, first-team All-Ohio selection last year as a junior. He added 12 pounds of muscle mass in the offseason. He led the team with 73 tackles a year ago. Expect that much and more. As in the pistol, Drew Belisari, a high snap. He manages to knock it down, but that disrupts the play. And infiltrating the backfield are the Big Walnut Golden Eagles, led by that middle linebacker, Eli Helton. So the Eagles there, maybe getting a yard. It's 3rd and 9, but again, a bad snap on that one from the center, Blaze Strasbaugh.
Bad snap early in the year, you get the nerves going a little bit. You get a little bit of that adrenaline. That shotgun snap is so important, but defense doing a good job making sure they don't get back to the line of scrimmage. Landon Doan coming in there as well, applying some pressure.
Eagles break the huddle. They're dressed in their Cardinal red jerseys and pants with these shiny gold helmets. Gold trim. Big Walnut in the traveling white tops and white pants. Back to throw Belisari on 3rd and 10 from the 25, and it's Carter Belisari on a sideline route. Between the numbers on the sideline, near side, he hauls it in at the 15, dragged down at the 13, and Bishop Watterson with a big 3rd down conversion there, Justin.
Third down. There's a couple guys in the field open there. Joe Hayes out of the backfield running right down the middle of the field wide open as well, but Carter doing a good job on the outside, putting pressure on the defensive back and then just sticking it right there, getting upfield for the first down.
Carter Belisari had a big year for the Eagles last year on defense. He's a starter now as a receiver. He only had 4 receptions for 41 yards last year, but he's already got 3 on this opening drive.
Talking to Steve yesterday, they want to get him involved early and often.
All right, on 1st and 10 from the 13, they hand off, and spinning up the middle over right guard. Getting a few yards is Ben Uhlenhake, part of that 3-headed monster at running back for Watterson. Ben Uhlenhake, also the middle linebacker, was a starter, so that's why he doesn't carry the ball all the time. That time got 3 yards into the heart of the defense. That brings up 2nd and 7 now, Watterson, on the game's initial possession. Football resting at the Big Walnut 10, inside of 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter with no score. Watterson with a major threat here. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Belisari in the pistol with a back to his right, a sidecar. That's Uhlenhake. Fake to Uhlenhake. Belisari is going to take off on his own in space on the right at the numbers. He's going to be gang tackled. Pretty good defense there on the edge by Big Walnut. They triple tackled him there. And the Eagles have a big 3rd down coming up, well into the red zone, no score.
Yeah, Brody Hatfield and Brady Taylor doing a good job on the secondary, coming down, getting to the line of scrimmage once they realized that Belisari pulled that ball and was going to come downhill as the quarterback, as the runner.
All right, Justin, let's see what happens here on 3rd and 4 for the Eagles of Watterson at the Big Walnut 7. Game's first drive, Watterson started at the 20. They marched it all the way down to the Big Walnut 7. Eagles come out with 2 receivers to each side. Belisari with 2 tight ends in the pistol. Whistles as the play ensues. Flags everywhere. And we have a penalty coming up on Bishop Watterson. It's procedure. Well, it's the first game of the year, as you said. They got to work these out, right?
Well, it's the first real, big play. You're in the goal line, 3rd and 4. You got to get those yards. Those offensive linemen get a little twitchy every now and then.
Well, Justin, 2 penalties on this drive for the Eagles of Watterson. A holding call and now a procedure call. So that brings the football back to the Big Walnut 12. Eagles offense on the field facing a 3rd and 9. 6:47 and counting remaining in this first quarter. No score. The scoreboard check was brought to you by Bias Imports. As the Eagles come to the line, Drew Belisari facing a 3-man front. 2 receivers each side, ball on the near side hash marker. Man in motion to the far side. Back to throw Drew Belisari. Short drop, stumbling now. He's sliding to the right, now to the sideline, lofts it in the end zone, and it's knocked down, incomplete. Batted down in the end zone. Knocked down by Brody Hatfield, the boundary quarter, a first-team All-State selection for Big Walnut last year. Good pass defense there. Eagles have to settle for a field goal attempt.
Called his name a couple times, just solid defense there. He knows that he's kind of manned up on the outside, and he's just staying with Carter Belisari as much as he can. Drew doing what he can to get out of the pocket, slips a little bit. Dangerous throw down there into the middle of the field. You don't like throwing late down into that area, but he got away with it.
30-yard field goal attempt for Eli Egan, first-year kicker. It is no good as it hits the left upright. It misses, so with 6:23 remaining in the first quarter, Watterson turned away on that long drive. Big Walnut thwarts them. They will take the ball when we come back. No score. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Bridge Credit Union was founded on the values of people helping people. That's why we're here to help you reach your financial goals. For over 50 years, we have been serving Central Ohio and surrounding communities by offering higher savings returns, lower loan rates, and reduced fees. You can use the Bridge app to find an ATM, check balances, apply for loans, and more. We also offer convenient access to online banking. We pride ourselves on providing you with benefits you can't find anywhere else. Visit Bridge Credit Union online at bridgecu.org or stop on by today and experience the Bridge difference.
You're listening to the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Now you get up in somebody's face and put some pressure on them. Is that clear? You understand? That's it.
We come back to Ohio Dominican and Columbus, and Nolan Burley, the junior running back with a hole off left tackle, takes it up the middle, gets tackled at the 30, a 10-yard pickup on the first tote of the season for the All-State running back. Last season as a sophomore, ran for over 2,000 yards in 15 games. And on first down, he gets 10 big yards there.
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in this game he was going to be a focal point for their offense, and right off the bat, he goes and rips off a first down run. That's the way you want to start offensively if you're Big Walnut after that big stop.
Big Walnut led by quarterback Eli Stumpf, a junior, 6'4", 185. He's in the pistol. He's a second-year starter. He's got 2 receivers out to the right, none to the left, a wingback left. Fake to Burley, turn, short pass, far sideline. It's caught, hauled in by Jack Rigg, 6'2", 200-pound senior receiver who did not have a grab last year. And on the edge there on the far side in front of his bench, he picks up 8 yards.
Yeah, Coach talked about Eli Stumpf and how he's matured as a passer. I mean, being a first-year starter as a sophomore is a tough deal. He got that experience now. He's probably a little more comfortable with the offense and, getting his guys the ball. Maybe we see some more of that out of him tonight. He only threw the ball, 8 times last year in the game against Watterson.
Joe Hayes, the boundary corner, made the hit for Bishop Watterson, but not before an 8-yard pickup on first down on that pass play. So call it 2nd and 2 now for the Golden Eagles. Football resting on their own 38 on the far side hash marker. Here's a carry to Burley, and Burley is wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. Great penetration for Watterson. Strong side linebacker Rocco Purcell will get the tackle, a junior. His brother Dom plays at the Naval Academy, and that time he fired in, but great penetration by the Watterson defensive line.
Yeah, that was nice. I couldn't catch the defensive lineman who was in there as well, but Rocco came in hard, and he was able to get the runner down.
That would be Michael Boyle, number 40.
Yeah, well, I was going to guess it was him.
Absolutely. He's now last year was a traditional defensive tackle. This season lining up on the nose, and he's wreaking havoc. The center, Matt Green of Big Walnut, has his work cut out for him tonight.
Yeah, he's new. He's filling in here for a couple weeks, it seems like. See how he does.
Eagles crowd the line on 3rd and 3. Here's the play action. Rolling left now is the quarterback Stump, and he has a wide open target. It's Owen Pollock at the 50, down to the 40, 30 of Watterson, 20, angling to the corner. He's tackled inside the 5. A huge play for Big Walnut on 3rd and 3. A long pass play down the near side, and Big Walnut has goal to go here as they're knocking on the door. No score in the game right now, but Big Walnut threatening to take that first
play
lead.
Call there. You get Owen Pollock on an over route by the tight end and do a little rollout to your left, which is not necessarily the easiest thing to do for a quarterback, but Eli Stump sees he has a guy wide open, puts it right on his chest. A huge play here. A huge turn of events here from the missed field goal to being down inside the 10-yard line.
51-yard pickup on the pass play. Owen Pollock, the tight end, a senior, committed to Florida Atlantic over the summer. He makes a big play there. He had 27 grabs a year ago, a big one here. And it's Nolan Burley trying to cut off right tackle. Moves it back to the inside. He surges forward. He's tackled near the 1 as Watterson stops him there with Michael Boyle. Also in there, Jack Schuler. So Big Walnut now 2nd down and goal from the Watterson 2. 3.5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Big Walnut looking to take the first score of the game here on the road, a packed house. What an atmosphere for high school football.
Just a beautiful night. Everybody came out to support the programs, and what a great start to the game.
I formation for Big Walnut, 2 tight ends, and a handoff Burley. Burley scampering off the right end, plowing forward, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Big Walnut. Nolan Burley from 2 yards out, his first touchdown this year. He had 29 last season as a sophomore. And Big Walnut, I believe, we have a flag. Didn't see that one.
See it either.
Illegal motion. So scratch that, take that off the board. I didn't see that flag at all. I didn't think a lot of the people saw it, but must have been in the congestion in the middle there. So the call is illegal motion. Step off 5 yards against the Golden Eagles. So
that's a big penalty for an offense where you figured they were going to give Burley the ball 3 times there from about the 3-yard line. See if he can get in the end zone. Now, maybe opens up your playbook just a little bit. You got a little more yardage there.
Yep, so now we have a 2nd and 7, Justin. Clock stopped for the moment. 3:08 remaining in the opening stanza. Watterson with a jam middle defense. And Big Walnut taking its time getting the play in. The offensive coordinator who calls the plays is Paul Harden. 3rd-year head coach Curtis Krager in control. Big Walnut, he runs the defense, but right now he's watching his offense be effective early on. And split backs with the pistol formation. A handoff to Burley. He finds a burst up the middle, skips past a defender, and waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown again. This time it's official for Big Walnut, right?
Yeah, it seems to be official. I don't see anything any laundry on the field. Sometimes when you get that yardage, it opens things up a little bit. It opens it up for the defense as well. He found a nice hole. He made a nice cut to get through there and get the score.
Last season, Burley had 2,571 yards of all-purpose offense, 32 total touchdowns. What a back. He was a first-team All-State selection as a sophomore a year ago, and boy, he looked strong early on tonight. He had a 10-yard carry on his first tote against a tough Watterson run defense, and here
puts it in the
a
end
second
zone.
effort after the penalty to get the touchdown.
Averaged about 6 yards a carry last year. If you can have a running back that does that, you're going to win a lot of ball games. And he started off strong tonight.
The Watterson defense allowed just 6 points per game a year ago, and an interesting formation. Brody Hatfield takes it, pitches it, and a throw to the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good. What a play by Big Walnut. Jake Neff got the pitch from Brody Hatfield, flipped it to the end zone, and guess who caught it? Owen Pollock, the tight end who had the big touchdown to set him up. So with that, it's 8-0. Big Walnut, 3:03 remaining in the first quarter as the Golden Eagles strike first. We'll take a timeout. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
You're listening to the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Now you get up in somebody's space and put some pressure on them. Is that clear? You understand? That's it.
Jake Neff, the second-team All-OCC kicker from a year ago, boots it away on the ensuing kickoff, and it goes through the near corner of the end zone for a touchback. So Bishop Watterson will begin its second drive of the night here in the first quarter, trailing 8-0. Big Walnut with a 7-play, 80-yard march. It was very efficient, just 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock, and it was capped off by a 7-yard touchdown rush by All-State player Nolan Burley.
I mean, you get a missed field goal, and you got to take advantage of it. They came out and did so. You rip off a 10-yard first down run right away, and then you get the big play by Pollock to get down inside the 5. You get stuff in games that happen like that, you got to take advantage of it, and Big Walnut went ahead and did that here in the first quarter.
Bishop Watterson's first drive stalled at the Big Walnut 13, as Justin alluded to. Eli Egan, the Watterson kicker, first-year player, missed the 30-yard field goal attempt as it doinked off the left upright. And on first down, it's Jack McCoy running with further over the right end, but a flag flies in. This could be coming back. Bishop Watterson was a team which last year was very disciplined on offense, very little penalties, but here tonight, this will be their third infraction, and we're just in the first quarter.
Yeah, it's not definitely coming into a game, the first game of the year, you're not really sure how the team's going to, you got some young guys who are going to be starting for the first time. You just hope for clean game as far as penalties go, and this has got to be one of the most frustrating things for a coach when your team goes out there, you're repping this all camp long and about, being on the cadence and knowing it and feeling good about it, and then you have a couple jumps here to start the game. It's upsetting, but you just got to settle down and get these guys, kind of relax and going in the game.
Second holding call of the night on the Eagles marks it back to the 11-yard line in their territory. Here's a quick flare to the outside where the pass is caught by Austin Alice, the transfer from Dublin Kaufman, and another flag is down. This one inside the 10 on the far side, and it looks like it's on Watterson. This could be 4 penalties already for the Eagles, and atypical of Watterson. Last year, 16-0, a precision machine. Again, they were penalized on an average just 3 times per game, but here tonight, my goodness, they're racking up the laundry, and this will be further back in Eagles territory. It's another holding call, Justin.
Well, anytime you throw those little quick screens out to the receivers, and you got your 2 receivers in front of you, sometimes they're not maybe the best blockers out there, and they like to grab and hold on, and you're just trying to give your guys some space, and that's what we had happen there, and they declined the penalty, and go ahead and give Watterson with second and 16 here.
Yeah, with the Eagles already backed up off schedule behind the sticks, Big Walnut declines it, takes the result of the play, so it's second and 16. Watterson, football resting on their own 14-yard line. 2 minutes, 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Big Walnut leads 8-0, and run up the middle. Look at surging forward, refusing to go down as he disappears into the pile, taking it forward. That's Jack McCoy, senior running back who was off to a sensational start his sophomore year in 2023. Destroyed his right knee in week 4 rehabbed, came back last year, but he's got that full burst this season.
I mean, it looked like he's back. I mean, he was met in the hole by Will Clausen, right away, and he was able to fight through that tackle and, ended up getting a few yards.
7-yard pickup. And so Watterson now, it's still 3rd and long from their own 21-yard line inside of 2 minutes. Trips right, one receiver left. Fading back to pass Belisari. With time, cocks his arm, unleashes it down the middle. It's intercepted by Big Walnut at the Big Walnut 43 on the far side as Brady Taylor rips it down, the free safety. He had a good drop there on coverage, saw it all the way. And Big Walnut, what they did a year ago, Justin, they had 25 interceptions in their 15 games, and they got one here tonight. And already leading 8-0, they get the football back.
Yeah, they got to be feeling pretty good about the way they came out and started this game. I kind of look at that as almost a punt there. You got 3rd and long. They're trying to bring Carter Belisari underneath and get him on a drag route. It wasn't open. They were playing their position, and he just threw one deep, tried to take a shot. It's almost a punt, though, in my opinion. As an old quarterback, I don't mind taking that shot and, getting it downfield a little bit.
Brady Taylor, the 6-foot senior, free safety, who had a couple picks a season ago, gets one here. So Big Walnut sends the offense back on the field, already up on the road, 8-0 against the team which is ranked number 1 in the metro area to start the year, according to the Dispatch, Bishop Watterson. Big Walnut in that same poll rated 4th. So what a matchup tonight here in week 1 for your fan game of the week. As Eli Stump fakes the handoff, he'll take it himself over right end on the far side. He manages to get back to the line of scrimmage. So good defense on the left side of the line by Watterson. Call it a gain of 1. 2nd and 9 now for Big Walnut, which leads 8-0. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. As the clock is melting away on the first 12 minutes tonight, we have 1:10 remaining in our opening period. Big Walnut in no hurry to break the huddle here as they're nearing midfield.
You got to think their game plan coming in is, hey, let's control the ball, which controls the clock. And you got a situation in the first quarter where you're kind of doing that right now. And you just want to bleed this game out because you know how high octane Bishop Watterson's offense can be. You want to keep them off the field.
Bishop Watterson runs a 4-3 base defense. They're in it now. Back to throw Stump, short drop. He zips the pass, left side on the numbers. Where it's caught, weaving his way forward is Dallas Beal. Eludes a tackle and is finally ushered out of bounds at the Bishop Watterson 37-yard line. So that picked up a total of 17 yards at a Big Walnut first down. And Eli Stump, the junior quarterback, last year completed 65% of his passes for 1,757 yards, 19 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Justin, your former quarterback, he's in a good rhythm.
Oh, he's in a good rhythm. I mean, you don't need him to really do too much here. You're going to run the ball. That's what you want to do. They're going to pack the box, and then you're going to throw a nice little 5-yard hitch out to the outside. That's an easy throw for a quarterback, and he's done good at connecting on those here early.
Lines are down on 1st and 10 from the Watterson 37. Under center Stump. Play action pass, deep drop. In some trouble, Jack Schuler applying pressure. Now flush to the right of Stump, and he'll just dump it out of bounds at the Watterson 25-yard line. He had Owen Pollock out there, but again, Stump, a good decision, just throw it away. And Curtis Prager,
great decision. He gets outside of the pocket. You got Jackson Reynolds and Ryan Alvis chasing him down. Realize that I don't have anything here. Let's not take a bad play. Get the ball out of bounds and live to play the next play.
Well, Curtis Prager praised his then sophomore quarterback a year ago, saying he's got ice water in his veins. He's so calm. He never gets rattled. He's the son of a coach.
Yep.
His dad is the head basketball coach at Big Walnut, Aaron, and Eli does play for him in the winter.
There's a lot to be said for that, having a dad who's a coach.
That's
you just
right.
kind of understand, and you're around it a lot growing up, and you can definitely tell.
Responsible throw there just to throw it away. So 2nd and 10, Big Walnut with 33 seconds in the period left. Big Walnut driving, leading 8-0. And churning forward is Burley as he stretches past the 35. He's down to about the 33 of Watterson. So maybe a 4-yard pickup there. That could be the last play of the first quarter. A rapidly moving first quarter in which Big Walnut, the guests, have everything going well, an effective beginning. They lead 8-0 with the ball driving. It will be 3rd and 6 when we come back after the timeout. We will step aside. Again, our score, Big Walnut 8, Bishop Watterson 0, as we've hit the end of the first quarter. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I cannot imagine. question. My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Van Scoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
You're listening to the high school football game of the week on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
We come back to begin the second quarter play at Panther Stadium in Columbus, home of the Bishop Watterson Eagles. Big Walnut with the football, a big 3rd and 6 here from the Watterson 33. Fading back to throw Stump. He dumps it out in the far flat where it's caught by Brody Hatfield, whose momentum took him out of bounds near the first down marker. And that's a first down as it picks up 6 yards and a first down. 1st and 10 now for Big Walnut, and quite a first quarter for Big Walnut. They lead 8-0. A season ago, in the 20-0 loss opening up the season at Big Walnut in Sunbury, the Golden Eagles only had 111 yards of total offense, and here tonight they are very close to that total already, just starting the second quarter.
Yeah, that's how you draw it up. I mean, if you want to start the season off hot and in a good position, they definitely are taking advantage here, and they're looking really good doing so. That was a nice little crisscross route there with the receivers, and Eli put that ball right on him.
So Big Walnut now moving left to right as we see it in the second quarter. Watterson right to left as Big Walnut will take a timeout here. We're just inside of 12 minutes remaining in this second quarter. We play 4 12-minute quarters of football, 48 minutes total. We'll keep it right here during this break, but let's set the scene here. Huge atmosphere for week 1. We got Bishop Watterson, the defending Division III champion, 16-0 last season. What a season it was. They outscored their opponents by average of 35 points per game in those 16 games. And
it was 11 out of 15
11
games
out of
had a running
16
clock,
games
or
had a
16,
running clock. That means 30 or more points. 5 of those games came in the playoffs. So 5 of the 6 playoff games, they beat their opponents by 30 or more points with running time.
Incredible, huh?
And so here we come tonight. Big Walnut, after losing that opener to Watterson 20-0 at home, righted the ship. They gained confidence as the season went on. They ripped off 13 consecutive wins, made it to the Division II semifinal, lost to Cincinnati Anderson 28-24. Anderson scores a 1-yard touchdown with under 30 seconds left. A heartbreaking loss. Big Walnut in that game trailed 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. They battled back, and they believe this year too. And first down and 10, there's a flag down on the 26. As carrying the ball was Burley. He was shoved down by Watterson's transfer, weak side linebacker, Jackson Reynolds, who's up from Lancaster. He's a junior. Let's see the flag. It looks like it's on Big Walnut. So after the timeout for Big Walnut, they commit a penalty.
Yeah. It was a nice run, too. Burley got downhill, was able to pick up some yards. I didn't actually see what it was. Maybe, I'm guessing probably a hold in there somewhere.
How about Burley? He's tough to bring down. He's like all knees and shoulder pads when he really lowers his head, but he's got that breakaway speed, too. In fact, his head coach, Curtis Krager, says the way he runs his style reminds him of Robert Smith with those long strides.
That was big praise when he said that. Yeah, I saw that. And
the point being he runs faster than it looks he's running.
Yep. That's kind of how I was back in the day, those long legs. It looks like you're going very fast, but
at 6'4". Yeah, I hope so. Ball back to the 36-yard line of Watterson. It's 1st and 20 now, Big Walnut. They lead 8-0. And it's a handoff to Burley, testing the left side. He spins forward, but he's going to be grabbed and stopped as he's brought down for a short gain, leading the way for Watterson.
And Michael Boyle was in there quick.
Yeah.
I mean, he made that play not go as planned and then chases him down, but just good penetration there right off the bat.
Max Steinbrunner, the sophomore starting strong safety, first-year player, also in on the stop. That's a key position in the Watterson defense because it sets the edge on run defense, and he was there that time as Burley got 3. 2nd and 17 now for the Golden Eagles from the Watterson 34. Ball resting on the far side hash marker. 2 receivers to the right. Lines are down. Back to throw is Stump at the 40. Facing pressure. He has to get rid of it. He does. It's caught by Burley inside the numbers at the 40. Turns it upfield. And good defense by Watterson in pursuit, though, as Nate Henderson, the free safety, combines with the aforementioned Max Steinbrunner, the strong safety, to bring Burley down in space.
Yeah, you get those screen passes, and as a quarterback, they're going to let him through a little bit quicker. That one happened a little bit quicker than I think he wanted it to. Had to scramble a little bit just to get out to get that ball off. when you're looking at 2nd and 17, there's not many plays you can go to when you have this type of offense. So screen, and Bishop Watterson was ready for it.
Junior left defensive end Jack Schuler had the immediate pressure on Stump. Schuler, a 3-year starter, is getting some Division I looks already. So Big Walnut comes to the line. 3rd down, 14 yards to go from the Watterson 31. 4 receivers in the set. To throw, Stump will lose a defender in the backfield, moving to his left. Fires it. It's caught short of the first down on the far side numbers as it's brought in by Jack Rigg, his 2nd grab in the ball game. But again, it's short of the first down. So that'll bring up 4th down for Big Walnut. Let's see what happens here as we're inside of 10 minutes remaining in the first half. 8-0 Big Walnut with the football marching inside the Bishop Watterson 20-yard line. Football at the 12 now.
Looks like they might be bringing a little more beef into the lineup here. You got 2 yards. You got in your backfield. You're liking how your offensive line is playing right now. I imagine they come downhill at them and just try and put a couple extra big bodies in there.
Strength on strength here in the pistol. It's Burley. Football. It's loose. Watterson has it. So on 4th and 2 from the 12, Nolan Burley up the middle, got popped. And coming away with it for Watterson is defender Rocco Purcell.
Well, Rocco made that play happen right there. He came off the edge like a pistol and just got to the running back about the time the handoff happened.
Forced fumble for Purcell,
Burley was not expecting to be hit right away, but Purcell came flying through there and put a helmet on that ball. Got it out, and what a big play.
So the Watterson defense withstands that second drive by Big Walnut, which bogs down thanks to the fumble at the Eagles' 19-yard line. So Bishop Watterson takes over there. 2 receivers to each side. In the pistol is Belisari calling out signals. He fakes the handoff. Now dashing right, breaks a tackle, spinning near the boundary, past the 30. He has the first down. He's forced out at about the 32. So called a gain of about 12.5 yards and an effective read option there by Belisari.
He had that read option perfectly, had the ball in the running back's stomach, saw that DN crashing down and was going to make the play, pulls it at the last second, and then you just see his athletic ability. I mean, he is a legit dual threat quarterback. He can get those legs moving. He got out on the edge, had a nice little spin move to finish off the run.
Weak side linebacker Will Clausen forced him out. Clausen's a senior, 5'10", 183 pounds. Had 32.5 tackles a season ago for Big Walnut. Eagles have it 1st and 10. They move the 6. Ball at their 32. Fading back to pass Belisari. Has time initially. Now the pocket breaks down. Belisari guns the pass. Far side numbers. It's caught by Jack McCoy, then fumbled. Or is that Carter Belisari who had the haul it in? The ball was fumbled. No, it was McCoy. Fumbled, recovered by Big Walnut. Just inside Big Walnut territory at the 48. So Belisari delivers a strike to the running back McCoy, but McCoy coughs it up in traffic, and now Big Walnut on the turnover gets another break. And we talked to both coaches at the start of the game. Each coach told me whoever has less mistakes will likely win this game.
Well, that's typically how it goes, and I'll say Watterson had, only 9 turnovers, I think, last year in total after 16 games, so you don't expect him to put it on the carpet, but right there, McCoy just not seeing the defense was all around him, and they were able to pop it out.
Well, Bishop Watterson tonight, Justin, now with 2 giveaways, an interception by Belisari, and now a fumble lost. Bishop Watterson last year in its 16 games only had 12 turnovers.
Was it only 12? Yeah.
And they got 2 in the first half here.
Exactly. That's not how you want to start your year. But then again, when you have a senior quarterback and you want to open it up a little bit for him, and you're going to do some things that maybe you didn't do last year.
All right, we have a timeout on the field. We'll take a quick break as well. The score is Big Walnut in front 8-0. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
High School Football Game of the Week.
Now you get up in somebody's face and put some pressure on them. Is that clear? You understand? That's it.
After the change of possession, 1st and 10 for Big Walnut at their 47, then they hand off to the man, Nolan Burley, who blasts forward, and he picks up 12 yards, or actually 9 yards, they say he stopped at. Gain of 9, so it's 2nd and 1 now for Big Walnut as they cross into Watterson territory again on the road, leading 8-0.
Yeah, I mean, that's just You get a turnover. Usually you want to go for a big play after turnovers, at least I like to. Right there, I mean, it is a big play. It's a nice run by him. He was met about 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage by Jackson Reynolds. Just able to bounce off him, and he's a hard runner, hard guy to bring down.
2nd and a foot. Eli Stumpf gets the snap, turns, swing pass. It's Burley in space, shakes a tackle, crosses the 40, down the numbers to the 30, angling to the sideline, and he's dropped finally at the 25. But a pickup of 19 yards on that swing pass to the flat. That's what they did a lot last year. Burley not only ran for over 2,000 yards for Big Walnut, but he also had 358 yards receiving on 21 receptions, 3 more touchdowns. Boy, he's a weapon everywhere.
It just makes him that much more dangerous when you know you can get him out of the backfield, and he's got great hands and make those plays. That was a nice little screen pass there. Owen Pollock, the tight end, does a great job of not getting a block in the back as they're moving out there towards the sideline.
They mark it at the 26. It's 1st and 10 now. Big Walnut moving left to right. It's a handoff to Burley, and Burley's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's Michael Boyle. And emphatic as he gets up, demonstrative. The nose guard shed the block of the center, Matt Green. And Michael Boyle, who as an interior lineman a season ago, had 84 tackles, 34 of which were tackles for loss. He had 11 sacks as a sophomore from an interior defensive line spot.
It's incredible. I mean, the guy is, a 2-time state champion in wrestling. I imagine he is going for another one here this year. But just when you have that type of guy in the middle of your defense, you're able to create so much havoc, and it's just such a nice little piece to have.
Big Walnut with the football. They have it 2nd and 11 after that 1-yard loss on the TFL by Boyle. It's from the 27-yard line. Eli Stumpf, the junior quarterback, rolling left, scanning the field, dumps it off underneath where it's caught on the far sideline. It's brought in.
The big tight end running a little drag route across there, matching his quarterback as he's rolling left, and Stumpf does a great job getting his shoulders turned, getting that ball right to, he's got a big target out there, so it's a big target to miss, but they do a nice job connecting there to get into a 3rd and 5.
Owen Pollock, the tight end, senior, 27 receptions a year ago. We mentioned he's going to Florida Atlantic, and I tell you what, Justin, to go to college in Boca Raton, Florida, not too shabby, huh?
Yeah, well, that training camp's going to be hot, I imagine, but I'm sure it's beautiful.
All right, big down up here, Justin. 3rd and 5 for Big Walnut from the Watterson 21. 6:52 remaining in the quarter before the half. Here's a play-action pass, a rollout, pass complete to the right. It's Brody Hatfield. He has it in space between the numbers and the sideline right side. Joe Hayes, a touchdown-saving tackle at about the 6-yard line. Pick up a 15 on that rollout right, and Big Walnut converts. They move the chains. 1st and goal from the 6.
How about that? Eli Stumpf just showing that he's got a little bit of an arm, too. Putting the ball right on his receivers. I'm very impressed. They like to roll him out and get him on the move. And he's doing a great job just making sure he's giving these guys a catchable ball. And right there, Hatfield was able to turn that up and get inside the 10-yard line.
Stumpf against Watterson last year, you mentioned, Justin, only had 7 pass attempts, completed 5 of them. They kind of had him on a short leash that night, his first career start. Here tonight, a totally different story. As it's 1st and goal, Big Walnut from the 6. They already lead 8-0. And a handoff to Nolan Burley where it's crowded up the middle. He disappears into a pile of bodies. Rocco Purcell in there first for Watterson, but a whole flock of Eagles were in there. As we now have 6 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 8-0 Big Walnuts. And the scoreboard check was brought to you by Byers Imports. What are you looking for here, Justin, on 2nd and goal from the 6?
2nd and 6, I got to imagine they got to just feed Burley here and just say, he's been averaging, I imagine he's averaging somewhere around 5-6 yards a carry right now with some of the big ones he's taken off on. So you got a couple plays, you might even say, hey, we're going to go for it on 4th down here if we don't get into these next 2.
2 receivers, wide left, none wide right, 2 tight ends. Play action pass. Here's a dart to the end zone. It's caught, touchdown. Brody Hatfield on an absolute strike from Eli Stumpf. A 6-yard connection, and Big Walnut fortifies the lead here in the 2nd quarter. 14-0 with the extra point pending.
Well, they wanted to surprise the defense a little bit, and I think they did. Nate Henderson, safety, coming down, almost jumped in front of that ball, and that's a tough slant to get that ball in there. And Eli Stumpf put a little extra on that one to make sure his receiver was going to get it before the safety.
A precision strike on a frozen rope, I'd say. Kind of looked like you.
Frozen rope for sure, and he needed that because that safety was coming down. That's a big play the other way if he able to make that.
On for the PAT is Jake Neff. Now, last time Big Walnut had the swinging gate, they had a nifty 2-point conversion. Here they will try the conventional extra point with Jake Neff. The long snapper, Wes Kerr. The holder is Brody Hatfield, who hauled it in for the touchdown, his first on the season, of course. He had 8 receiving touchdowns a year ago to lead Big Walnut, and he propels Big Walnut now to that 14-0 lead. They look to tack on one more here. But I've been impressed.
He's not the biggest guy, but he's got ice in his veins. He goes out and does a little bit of everything that the team needs him to. And we saw him with a couple big catches here on this drive just to pick up that first down and then a nice little slant there in the end zone and holding on to the ball in traffic.
Hatfield is impervious to exhaustion. Not only is he the all-state boundary corner for them on defense, he never comes out. He's always in there on offense. He's the holder right here on
he's a
on
holder,
kicks.
he's a returner. He does a little bit of
kick
everything.
coverage too, so he's always out there.
It's a utility knife.
All right, low snap, they get it down, and end over end kick high into the air. It is good right down the middle by the kicker, Neff. And so with that, it stretches the lead to 15-0 Big Walnut. 5 minutes, 27 seconds remaining before the break as you listen to the high school football game of the week presented by Capital Ford on The Fan.
Common Man here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, jermainelexus.com.
It's your final splash of the season at Zumbizi Bay. Ride the new conservation tower one last time and splash in for just $19.99 after 4 p.m. Get your tickets at ZumbiziBay.com.
Zumbizi Bay. Friday night under the lights. This is the Fan's high school football game of the week.
Well, a Watterson fumble on a Jack McCoy reception for a first down at the Big Walnut 53. Big Walnut recovers, and summarily, Big Walnut marches 53 yards on 6 plays, 3 minutes, 28 seconds it took. And Eli Stumpf, a 6-yard touchdown pass to Brody Hatfield. 15-0 Big Walnut as Watterson receives the kickoff. And coming near side is Nate Henderson, who picks it up. Henderson angling in front of his bench on the sideline is ushered out of bounds at about the 30 or so. As the Eagles will take over, trailing 15-0. I don't think people thought this would be the start, but Bishop Watterson aiding Big Walnut's cause with 2 turnovers tonight and multiple penalties of 5.
Yeah, I mean, the first turnover, it's 3rd and long anyways. You're probably punting that one, so I don't look at that too badly. But the last one was a big play. You had some positive momentum going, and then you turn the ball over on the 40-yard line. They go down and score. That's a dagger.
Watterson 1st and 10 from its own 34 in the middle of the field. Drew Belisari pulls the ball back, now takes off, darting up the middle past the 40, 45. He's across the 50, and his trip ends at about the 49 of Big Walnut. Effective carry there for Drew Belisari on the read option there. He gives Watterson a first down right at the midfield stripe.
Yeah, I mean, I love this read option with him. I mean, when you have a quarterback that can do that, and he was smart with the ball and knows, when he needs to pull it and when he needs to let the running back go with it, and he's going to be able to pick up that kind of yardage, that's definitely a threat. We'll see if they keep going to that, because, you get a couple plays in one when you have that sort of
20-yard scamper there. 4 receivers set, 3 to the right, 1 to the left, and it's a handoff up the middle, trudging forward. Jack McCoy with his momentum going downhill will take it to the 45, so a nice carry. They're off to a good start on this series of downs. A 5-yard pickup for Jack McCoy, the senior running back. 2nd and 5 now, Watterson from the Big Walnut 45. Watterson with work to do, down 15-0. The defending state champion Eagles, who were a perfect 16-0 last season, are trailing at home here in the first half in the season opener. And a handoff to Jack McCoy, slithering around right tackle. McCoy chugging forward, taking defenders with him, is tackled inside the 35, near the 31. So a good carry there, 14 yards straight up the gut for Jack McCoy.
Yeah, this is a good drive for them. They get a nice return on the kickoff, then you pick up some big plays right away. You don't have to get into too much of a let's hurry up and go. You got plenty of ball game left.
Eli Helton, the middle linebacker, made the hit downfield. Here's Jack McCoy. McCoy, nice cut over right end as he surges forward. He'll be tackled at the 35 the 25 rather, as the hole closed quickly. So clock running. We're inside of 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter as a plane flies overhead. It'll be 2nd down and 4 Watterson as McCoy got 6 yards on that last carry. Football now resting at the Big Walnut 25-yard line in the middle of the field as the Eagles driving right to left here, going towards the north end zone here. Drew Belisari has the snap, hands off. It's Caden Mangini stutter stepping his way as he kind of hovers on the 25-yard line, now goes forward. He'll be tackled for a short gain on the right edge. In there was Will Clausen, the outside linebacker near side.
Anytime that ball is getting bumped, those defenders are doing a great job getting out there and making sure they're turning them back in towards the middle of the field, just not letting them get outside, which is what you got to do. You got to play disciplined defense. Gap integrity, I think Coach talked about a lot this week. That's just their defense. They don't do a whole lot of special things, but they just want to play sound defense, be where you're supposed to be, and, play your role.
A 3-yard gain for Caden Mangini. And now the Eagles face a 3rd and 1 from the Big Walnut 22. 2 backs to each side of Belisari. And it's a handoff, Jack McCoy. McCoy with a huge seam up the middle is going to dash forward and be tackled at the 10-yard line. Pickup of a dozen and a Watterson first down. That interior of the Watterson line, the new starting guard, left guard George Pedro, center Blaze Strasbaugh, and a first-year starter at right guard Max Theotto cleared a big alley for McCoy. I could have run through that hole.
Yeah, it was nice, a little play action or a little crisscross with the backs in the backfield to see if they go back to it.
First and goal, Watterson from the 9. They hurry up. It's Jack McCoy. McCoy dragging tacklers with him, powering forward as he thrusts down to the 5. He got about 4, so good carry on first down. Deep in the red zone, Watterson with a couple turnovers tonight, impinging their effort. And here they face a 2nd and goal from the 5, trailing 15-0, nearing the 2-minute mark remaining in the first half. And we have a timeout on the field, and we'll take it with them. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left in the second quarter. It's Big Walnut in front, 15-0. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Grown-ups, don't go back to school. Go forward through school into your future as an IT professional. Whether you're starting out, switching careers, or a veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you get into IT in just a few short months with no prior experience. So take the free career evaluation now at mycomputercareer.edu. Your rewarding career in IT awaits. That's mycomputercareer.edu. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the VA benefits.
Got one of those days that never stops? Try a stop at Speedway and refresh the vibe with 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks. Get 69-cent large Big Gulp drinks at Speedway with Speedy Rewards. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 8/26/25. See app for full terms.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
With our studio producer, Jacob Reimer, our statistician, Cam Taylor, and Justin Zwick, I'm Paul Barnes. We return to Panther Stadium. 2nd and goal from the 5 for Watterson, trailing 8-0. It's a handoff to Jack McCoy, and McCoy is going to be taken down. Gang tackled, leading the way, Eli Helton, the All-State middle linebacker, as he broke into the backfield and brought down McCoy for a gain of just 1. Inside of 2 minutes now remaining before half. Stick around. We have the Bridge Credit Union halftime show coming up. Our featured guest tonight with host Skip Mosick is Doug Ute, the commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. So stick around for that. Skip will have that interview and more. And then we'll bring you the second half here from Panther Stadium, home of the Bishop Watterson Eagles. Drew Belisari all by himself in the backfield, 2 receivers to each side. On 3rd and 4, flags fly everywhere. The Watterson offense clearly out of rhythm much of the time. Pre-snap, another pre-snap penalty here. It's procedure. That'll back them up 5 yards, Justin. That forces now 3rd and goal from the 9.
Yeah, you hope that your guys are into the flow of the game right now and kind of settle down a little bit as you come into the end of the second quarter. Just a little twitchy out there, knowing that you need to get off that because they're pinning their ears back and coming off the edge. Got to hold your water. Ben Lamiel and Carter Belisari wide left. Wide right are Joe Hayes and Nate Henderson. And before we can begin the play, the officials halt play. We have the typical 6-man crew tonight, assigned by the OHSAA. Brian Kennedy, a little apoplectic on the Watterson sideline, receiving an explanation from the side judge as to why the stoppage occurred. He's not very happy. That gives Big Walnut's defense a little more time to read things and get lined up correctly. As the Eagles come to the line here, the clock, there's something wrong with the clock. Now, before the game, Justin, we had a power outage. We were worried that we were even going to get on the air. How are we going to watch the time, the score? What would happen if the power was still out and it got dark as the sun is now setting here in East Columbus? A lot of
it was weird, wasn't it?
It was strange, and then right before we go on, all of a sudden the scoreboard pops and the mic's going, and get a little music to liven up the crowd a little bit. But we're staring down at there for a little bit.
The first thing that came on were the Beastie Boys over the PA, and you were getting down to it.
You know it.
3rd and 14 now, Watterson, and a toss to the end zone, touchdown! Carter Belisari, left corner of the end zone, near side, warded off 2 defenders, and somehow in traffic made an impressive grab as he reels it in for 6.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if that was Brady Taylor or Cole Heisel. but it looked like the defender had the ball in his hand first. Carter Belisari said, no, that's mine. I'm going to go ahead and take that from you. What a nice play by the junior in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown.
I think it was Taylor, 6 feet tall. Carter Belisari, all about 6'4" and very strong, ripped it away. And now Watterson, trailing 15-6, will go for 2 after the touchdown. Drew Belisari in the pistol, 2 receivers to each side. Belisari empty backfield, fading back the throw, has time, scanning the field, guns it over the middle, back of the end zone, and it is caught for the 2-point conversion as Nate Henderson latches onto it. Nate at 6'3", a big target, crossing route to the near side, and he hauled it in under the goalposts. And Watterson with the 2-point answer now. And the score is now 15-8. Big Walnut will step aside. We have 1:19 left before halftime. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
The season may be winding down, but there's still time to make the most of Buckeye Lake. At Buckeye Lake Marina, we have year-end deals on boats, accessories, and more to get you ready for next year's adventures. The Buckeye Lake Marina staff is there to help you find the perfect boat at unbeatable prices. Buckeye Lake Marina has a long list of satisfied customers, and you want to be the next. Don't wait. Sail into savings at Buckeye Lake Marina before the year ends and find the boat that's just right for you. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com for more.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
We come back to Panther Stadium. Some drama after the Eagles score a touchdown and convert on the 2-point conversion. 15-8 the score. The Eagles kick off from right to left with Eli Egan. A little pooch kick end over end, bounded at the 15, or actually the 25. It rolled to the 15. It looks like Watterson might have recovered a big collision down there. Ben Lamiel, a starting receiver on special teams, I think got the ball back. We'll have to wait and see how they mark it, but this could be a huge turn of events here. Yeah. Now, Watterson, Justin, last year did not trail till week 9. They played 16 games. They only trailed on the game twice for an aggregate of 8 minutes. So for the guys coming back from last year, an odd situation to be trailing by 15 points at home and getting that touchdown before the end of the half, and we'll have to see how they rule this. Now, yeah, I mean, everyone's thinking Watterson recovered that. As Lamiel is up, he's okay.
Yeah, up this way it looked like. I mean, that was a perfect little pooch kick right there. It looked like my wedge on 15 today just rolled back.
Yeah, brought that old 60 out.
Spin. Yeah, had a little spin on the sideline. Stayed right there for him.
I heard you got game.
Yeah, you know. But, no, that was a great kick. And, I mean, the hustle to get down there and even have a chance to get on the ball.
Well, now things compound for Big Walnut. So they see Watterson get on the board first late in the half. And now Watterson... Nope, they're going to say that Big Walnut gets the ball back.
Yeah,
it was
there's
close.
A scrum down there. There's a lot of bodies flying around. It looked like Watterson was the first one to it.
And the ball might have rolled out of bounds with Lamiel when he covered it. So Big Walnut keeps it. Almost a huge mistake. Big Walnut does retain possession after the kickoff, but the football is down on their 6. They're pinned back here. A lot of pasture ahead. And in the pistol, Eli Stump. 2 receivers wide right, 1 wide left. Stump has the snap and rolling right. Dumps it underneath. It's caught by Olin Pollock in traffic. Rocco Purcell and middle linebacker Ben Yelnick bump him out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. So a complete pass there. Clock stops. Minute 10 remaining before halftime. It's now 2nd and 4, Big Walnut, after that 6-yard pass play.
You can tell Eli Stump and Owen Pollock have a nice connection. It seems like it's kind of his security blanket a little bit. You know, he's a big target. He can throw it up there and he'll grab it for him.
2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Stump had the snap and the pistol rolling right. Backside pressure. Stump gets rid of it, completes it on the far boundary where it's called. It's caught, hauled in there by Dallas Beal, his 3rd catch tonight, as he's drilled out of bounds for a short gain. Clock stops as he got out of bounds there. 64 seconds remaining before halftime. And don't forget, our halftime show presented by Bridge Credit Union coming up with Skip Mossick as host. Doug Ute is his guest tonight, the OHSAA commissioner. And then we'll have the second half for you from Panther Stadium. Good ball game tonight between 2 marquee teams. 1st and 10, Big Walnut. They got the first down there. A minute left in the half. And it's Nolan Burley running to the wide side laterally, turns it upfield. Good pursuit by Watterson's defense to string it out. They force him out of bounds after a short gain to the far side. 57 seconds remaining. Just a 2-yard pickup there for Burley. I imagine Big Walnut will be conservative here. Up 15-8 on the road, deep in their own territory with about 60 seconds left.
I thought the same thing. And then they came out and threw the ball around the first 2 plays. So, I mean, nice short routes, but I figured maybe they would just go ahead and give Burley the ball here and see if he's able to pick up a first down or 2 and run that clock out and get into halftime.
3 receivers set, 2 tight ends. Stump in the pistol, has the snap rolling right. Scanning, throws, caught right in the middle of the field. There's a flag down as the pass is brought in by Gavin Harrington, a junior wide receiver who did not make a catch last year. That's his first this year, but the flag will negate that play, and that will bring the ball back as the clock stops. 51 seconds left in the first half as the sun is fading here. It's 15-8 Big Walnut. How about this atmosphere tonight, Justin? The stands are packed. We have an overflow crowd. We have people watching outside the stadium on the restraining fences behind each set of goalposts. The excitement here is palpable as well.
Standing room only. This is great. I mean, this is what you think about when you're thinking about high school football on a Friday night. We have a nice, complex here to watch a game, and the fans, both these programs. It's exciting for everybody. Football's back, and the community wants to get out and support the boys, and you can see it strong here tonight.
Well, you know it. You played at Massillon, Washington. How important football is in Stark County and in Northeast Ohio, just around the Buckeye State. It's really like religion.
Yeah.
And week 1 is always very special, as you said.
It is.
All right, on 2nd and 19 from their 10 after the penalty, Eli Stump in trouble, fading back out of the end zone off his back foot. And he throws it out of bounds far side. Watterson thinks it's a grounding foul, but he was outside the tackle box. Got it to the line of scrimmage. It's incomplete. And now it's 3rd and 19, Big Walnut with 43 seconds. So with that incompletion now, Watterson on defense,
they're putting themselves.
They got to stop here, call a timeout. They could be in business.
Yeah, that as soon as the quarterback turns his back to the defense and starts running towards the end zone, that's bad news. He does the right thing to turn around and winging it out of bounds, but man, that could have went sideways quickly.
Watterson's scoring drive, incidentally, 66-yard drive, 7 plays. It took 4:08. Drew Belisari to his cousin Carter Belisari, 14-yard touchdown pass. They hit on the 2-point conversion moments ago. And then on the kickoff, almost disaster for Big Walnut. No one fielded the pooch punt. Ben Lamiel of Watterson got it, but he was out of bounds on the far side. So Big Walnut kept the ball. And here's a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here during this break with 43 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Bishop Watterson's defense will be back on the field. Big Walnut will have a 3rd and 19 confronting them from their own 10-yard line, 15-8. And Justin, first of all, it's great having you here. We're so thrilled you're with the Fan now. You're going to be doing the post game for the Buckeyes.
Yep.
You'll be doing high school football from time to time. Welcome. It's great to have you.
No, I mean, it's exciting stuff. I just kind of did a phone interview one day, and then it turned into this. And here I am on opening night of high school football. And then, of course, when the Buckeyes kick off next week, doing those post-game shows with Brandon Beam is going to be a lot of fun, and hoping for a nice special season for Ohio State, and then some good high school football throughout.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you have experience before in high school football doing championship games for OHSAA radio, so we're thrilled you're with us, especially for week 1 here with me.
Yeah, I mean, it's
been
great.
After the timeout, 3rd and 19, and a muff snap. Look out, it's loose at the goal line, or the 1, and it's covered by Eli Stump. Racing in for Bishop Watterson was Jack Schuler, the left defensive end. Schuler covered up the quarterback Stump, who fell on the ball inside the 1, between the 1 and the goal line. So another disaster almost averted by Big Walnut.
I'll tell you, and I think back to the first play when you have a minute to go, you're in the 6-yard line, you're up, just try and run the ball, get a couple first downs, and get into halftime. And that's what, as a coach, I would be thinking. They wanted to come out and they were throwing the ball. They're trying to stop the clock, thinking they're going to go on this 94-yard drive in a minute. Now you're in a situation where you got the ball on the 1-yard line. It's 4th and 27.
So Bishop Watterson stops the clock here, obviously. 36.4 seconds left in the first half. It'll be 4th and 27, Big Walnut. They'll be punting from the back of their own end zone. Big Walnut on the road leads 15-8 as Brian Kennedy, who's in his 9th season here coaching Watterson. His record is 65-30 overall. He's won 42 of his last 46 games here. They're on quite an upward trajectory the last few seasons at Watterson. In fact, Watterson coming into this game 30-2 the last 2 seasons, 42-4 since the start of the 2022 season.
It's incredible, isn't it?
It sure is. And after the timeout, punting is Nolan Burley from the back of the end zone. A high spiral. Carter Belisari accepts it at the 40, cuts to the outside to the 30, and is going to be brought down inside the 20 on the far side. So what a return, 21 yards by Carter Belisari, his first varsity punt return. He's a new punt returner this year, and he had a good return. So Watterson here, what a flip of the script here, Justin. 26 seconds remaining in the half, but plenty of time for Watterson as they take over this drive at the Big Walnut 20.
Yeah, that's not how you want to end the half if you're Big Walnut right there. But you're in a situation, you got 26 seconds. Just play some strong defense here and hope you get out of here without giving any big plays up.
Watterson comes out, 1st and 10, trips left, one receiver right. That's the dangerous Carter Belisari, who's made an impact on offense. Blaze Strasbaugh, the Eagles center, hovering over the football. Lines are down. Back to the left of Belisari in the pistol. Belisari takes a snap, breaks a defender in the backfield, stutter stepping his way forward, lowers his head, darts forward. He's tackled at about the 12. So Belisari making something there, about an 8-yard pickup. Clock continues to run, though. And Watterson out of timeouts. 15-8 they trail. They have it 2nd and 10. And a fade to the left corner of the end zone, incomplete, but a flag flies in. Carter Belisari, the intended receiver, was locked up one-on-one in the far corner against Brody Hatfield. What a matchup that is in space. But a flag down on Big Walnut, so they're guilty of an infraction. Eagles are out of timeouts, and we're down to 2.9 seconds here. So interesting decisions ahead.
They had a call, and you wish you could get it off with a little bit more time on the clock, but it's got to just be a fade. It's got to be either incomplete pass or out of the end zone. It was out of the end zone. They just had some hands on him as it was going there. So you get the penalty, and you get a little bit better shot at getting in the end zone here with 2.9 seconds to go.
Well, Belisari elected to run on 1st down. That burns some time. And so now we have a timeout on the field taken by Big Walnut. Wants to set the defense here. So we have 2.9 seconds left in this topsy-turvy first half with the score. The Big Walnut Golden Eagles 15, the Bishop Watterson Eagles 8. Big Walnut from the Ohio Capital Conference's Capital Division. Now that's an 8-team OCC league. Most of them are 6 teams in their divisions. Big Walnuts last season 13-2, Division II state runner-ups. They come out of Region 7. Bishop Watterson, the homestanding team, out of the Central Catholic League, just a 4-team conference, along with the Sales, Bishop Hartley, and St. Charles. Eagles in Division III, Region 11. They plowed through that region last year on their march to a 16-0 state championship season. They're 3rd in school history in the playoffs. They're 1st since 2010. All right, 2.9 seconds left. Teams back on the field. They're lined up. Eagles with Belisari in the pistol. Back to his left. Drew has the snap. Fades back the throw. Short drop. Zips the pass over the middle. It's caught. Touchdown! With no time left. It's Nate Henderson in the back of the end zone. Nate Henderson, who caught a 2-point conversion earlier, gets a touchdown here. He's a first-year receiver. He's the starting 3 safety, but there on offense, secures it in the back of the end zone, crouching down, and Watterson can tie with an extra point here with no time left. What an ending of the half for Watterson.
Yeah, they do a nice job. I mean, you have one play to get your 6 yards. They bring him in motion, put him over to Carter Belisari's side, where they've kind of been doubling Carter, here for the last few plays. Knowing that he's a target, they bring him right back into the middle of the field, and Belisari puts a great ball on him down towards the ground so he can catch it falling down away from the defenders, and what a change in this game here in the last, 2 minutes of the half.
Just a breathtaking change, really. And Watterson on the PAT attempt has a false start penalty, so they move back 5 yards, and with an untested kicker, this is no sure thing. It's a 25-yard attempt from the middle of the field for Eli Egan. Out of the snap of Caden Mangini, the hold of Carter Belisari, but no trouble here as that one is booted. No, he missed it wide left. Yeah. Well, there's a foreshadow, a new kicker, and he had the distance and height, but he missed it wide left. So a break there for Big Walnut at the tail end of the half as Watterson cannot tie the score. But Watterson's got to feel good, Justin, going into the locker room down just 15-14 at the break.
I mean, you're thinking it was 15-0 with, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, and then all of a sudden be going into halftime down a point based off of a missed field goal. That's how you got to finish that first half, and they came out strong, didn't quit, just kept going, kept pounding away, and they find themselves in a very good situation going into halftime.
A 6-yard touchdown pass at the end of the half as time expired. Drew Belisari to Nate Henderson, and that's the score, 15-14 in favor of Big Walnut. Do not go anywhere. We have a superb second half coming up for you. Now time for the Bridge Credit Union halftime show with Skip Mossick. We'll be back to bring you the second half as you listen to the high school football game of the week presented by Capital Ford on the Fan.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
My AC stopped working. Your competition says it's fried. When I saw their cost to replace it, I could have just died.
We can give a second opinion, give you options and advice. We'll strive to earn your trust and make you a client for life.
Get a free second opinion. Replace or repair.
Call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. Time now for the Game of the Week halftime show.
Sponsored by Bridge Credit Union. Whether you need checking, savings, auto loans, or credit cards, visit bridgecu.org and experience the Bridge difference.
Nolan Burley and Brody Hatfield with the touchdowns for Big Walnut. Carter Belisari and Nate Henderson with the scores for Watterson. It's 15-14. Big Walnut in front. Justin, quickly, what are you expecting in the second half?
I expect a lot of the same. I mean, they're getting in the flow of things. They're starting to play a little bit better. I mean, Big Walnut was tucked down in the inside the 10-yard line there, so that last drive I don't really count. But they've been playing well. I'm excited for the second half. I think it's going to be a great one.
You and me too as well. It's going to be fun. All right, the halftime show is presented by Bridge Credit Union. On the other side of the break, Skip Mossick will take over, and he'll have a conversation with OHSAA Commissioner Doug Ute. This is the high school football game of the week, presented by Capital Ford on The Fan.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Imagine what it would feel like getting tackled head-on by a 240-pound linebacker. You'd be in serious pain, right? But if you're unbuckled in a car crash, at just 50 miles an hour, you become a deadly projectile that can slam into other passengers with 8 times that amount of force. Don't let someone else take the hit. Buckle up and visit buckleup.ohio.gov to learn more. Brought to you by ODOT and ODPS.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Burnt out, foggy, running on caffeine and willpower? It's time for a reset. Hydrate Me Med Spa brings next-level wellness to Central Ohio with medical-grade IV drips, NAD+ for brain and energy support, and ozone therapy to detox at the cellular level. This isn't just self-care, it's a system upgrade. Feel sharper, sleep deeper, perform better. Now open in Dublin, Grandview, New Albany, and Granville. Book your drip at hydratememedspa.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready for college for complete terms.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
The Fan. From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
And hi again, everyone. Welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports. And while the season kicks off this weekend, a new format awaits for the playoffs in 10 short weeks. We'll discuss that and more with Doug Ute, Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Doug joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
Friday night, Under the Lights reminds us teamwork, dedication, and community start in our schools. I'm Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wenson, and on behalf of the OEA's 120,000 members, we are proud to sponsor tonight's game and even prouder to support our public schools. Whether it's touchdowns or textbooks, success starts with a strong foundation. From the classroom to the end zone, we believe in every student's potential because in Ohio, public education matters.
Every day, farmers rise before the sun and put everything they have into a job so few can do. Their courage, resilience, and relentless work shape the legacies and future of our country. At Beck's, we're proud to stand alongside those who don't wait to see what the world will do. They act, they lead, they are the difference. Beck's honors your commitment to your land, family, and purpose. And while we can't predict what the future holds, there is one thing we can do to change it, and that's be the difference. Right now, in every decision and every season.
When was the last time you hopped out of bed without that knee or back screaming at you? Or walked down a flight of stairs without having to take your time? You thought to yourself, I'll just tough it out. But nothing changes. Hi, it's Tyvis Powell. It's time to call and schedule that free consultation with Dr. Walkoff and his team at QC Kinetics here in Columbus. I'm glad I did. Myself and others have turned around their lives with QC Kinetics regenerative treatments that work with your body to help restore and repair damaged joint tissue. Natural cellular therapies. No scalpels, no pills, just long-term relief with no dreaded recovery. Check it out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. Bring your x-rays and MRIs to QC Kinetics for a free, no-pressure chat and thorough evaluation to see if you're a good candidate. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Just call QC Kinetics at 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
I'm here with my friend Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Bob, I hear you guys are having a big sale.
You know it, Common Man. Can you believe it? We're celebrating our 25-year anniversary.
August 19th through the 23rd, you can save up to 60% off in-stock jewelry.
And we'll have surprises and giveaways in the store all week long.
25 years of Capace goodness. He's my guy. Remember the dates. August 19th through the 23rd. Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com.
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we have always believed sport has the power to change lives. Community happens here. Change happens here. Sport happens here. Introducing the all-new Dick's House of Sport, bringing new experiences, new services, and unrivaled selection from the top brands to a new place Polaris can call home. Featuring a rock wall, a HitTrax multi-sport cage, and 3 golf hitting bays. Dick's House of Sport, now open at Polaris Fashion Place.
The Fan. This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids at Beck's. They are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game. We are joined for a few minutes this evening by Doug Ute, Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. And Doug, as the season kicks off this weekend, changes to the postseason format for football this year. I can really see both sides of this, but the bottom line is this is what your member schools wanted, reducing from 16 teams per region to 12. What are the pros in doing this? And I guess, are there any cons?
Yeah, certainly, if you look back when prior to COVID, that's the format we were going to, was 12 teams. COVID hit, everybody got in, and we heard a lot from our membership. Boy, we never get a chance to do that. That was awesome. And so we just eliminated that bye week for the 4 top teams and said, let's go 16. The pros of that, what people would say is they're more competitive games, although I think you're going to see, some similar scores, because we keep an eye on those scores, and our coaches have done a good job across Ohio in the 16-team format when a 1 plays a 16 or whatever, 2 and a 15, that they keep that score manageable. Those games go on week 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 as well, throughout the year, the same teams. But the cons to that are a Milan Edison 3 years ago, a 16 seed beating a league rival Bellevue, a 1 seed. And those kids are going to be talking about that at their 40th year reunion. Routinely we have 3 15s win, and the 14s and 13s certainly win as well. And so that's the cons of that, is that we're taking opportunities away from kids. And I've always thought, you give up kids opportunities and watch see what they can do. And so, we're an association of opportunity, and we felt that we had no choice but to go back to this and see, but we'll continue to monitor the 16, 12, or whatever. Out of our 28 sports, Skip, this is the only sport, football is the only sport where not everybody gets in.
Right.
And so, I had a conversation with the director in Minnesota recently about all their teams get in, but they only play an 8-game schedule. And that would logistically pretty much be what we'd have to do if everybody got in that way. But we're not getting a push from our membership to do something like that. But we are getting some folks that want to talk about the 13 through 16 format again. And so we'll continue to talk about it.
Well, Doug, also new to this year's postseason is the high seed will now host the first 3 rounds as opposed to 2 prior. I mean, this should at least eliminate some of the massive task of trying to find, enough neutral sites to put in bids to host, and then your own administration putting that jigsaw puzzle together. Logistically, how much easier should this flow?
Well, the nice thing about doing that is, so a lot of these schools make pretty good money hosting. Their booster club, makes a killing, so to speak, and different sports park cars for $5, and they might make $2,000 in one night. So there's a revenue stream to do that. We weren't having so many schools having the turf fields now in Ohio. We weren't really having an issue with finding sites to play. It's just that we thought we would give our schools that one extra week of hosting, so that because if you're and I'll just throw this. Let's say I'm at Lakota West. I'm used to hosting 2 rounds, and more than likely now I might have a bye week, and so I only get to host 1. And so we stuck that extra week in there for mainly that reason, so our member schools could have that opportunity. But the next part of that is, there are times when in some regions that we do struggle to find a site because you start getting into Thanksgiving and late fall, people winterize their facilities and those type of things. And so this should work out pretty well.
Doug Ute, Commissioner of the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Doug, we always appreciate your time. We'll chat more with you next week at halftime, okay?
All right, Skip. Appreciate all you do for high school athletics.
And we'll be back to wrap up the Ohio Education Association tonight in high school football halftime report presented by Beck's Hybrids next on the Ohio News Network.
Beck's recognizes this week's player with heart, Libby Baker from Hilltop High School, for her commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
I really like the team aspect of basketball. You have to work together to be able to win, essentially, unlike some other sports. And my teammates is really what I love about it. We all have such a great connection.
Libby is active in sports and also in the community, particularly through FFA.
I volunteer at the beef stand, milkshake stand, Barnyard Friends. I also go to the Ohio State Fair and work their beef stand. We do that about every summer. It's like 6 hours. It's a lot of fun. You get to meet a lot of new people.
But what's most important to her is agriculture.
It's what truly our country is built off of, is what agriculture does. It feeds us. It provides all of the opportunities for farmers and consumers. So it's kind of like been my whole life.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
The summer event is still on at Germain Honda of Dublin, and the deals are hot. Lease the rugged 25 Honda Ridgeline Sport for just $339 a month, or finance with an unbeatable 0.99% APR. Or drive home in the new 25 Honda Prologue EX. Lease it now for only $149 a month or 0% APR plus no payments for 90 days. Get the deal you deserve at Germain Honda of Dublin on Sawmill Road, just south of 270. See dealer for full details.
The roof of your home protects what matters most in your life: your family, your memories, your peace of mind. So when it comes time to replace the roof over your head, you need a name you can trust: Newman Roofing. Don't just take our word for it. Here's our friend Cindy on why she chose Newman Roofing over all the rest.
We had interviewed and talked with several other roofing companies around the city. The salesperson that came to speak with us was extremely knowledgeable, answered questions, took his time with us. We were happy to make Newman our choice.
And you'll have peace of mind knowing that on the day of the installation, we'll give you and your home the respect it deserves.
The guys arrived right on time. The crew leader came and talked with us, let us know what they were going to be doing. He was here all day with the crew. That itself was very impressive.
If you're thinking about your roofing or siding, give Newman Roofing a call today.
We were very happy with our experience, and we would highly recommend Newman to anybody we talk to.
Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com.
Hi, welcome to IKEA. Hi, I'm in a whirlwind of college prep. Gotcha. We've got affordable solutions to create the perfect college living space. Great. And visit our website to see how verified college students with an IKEA family account can receive a one-time use 15% off coupon. Nice. You guys think of everything. Pretty much. Offer ends 9/30/25. Valid ID required. Discount applied proportionally across items purchased as shown on receipt. See IKEA-USA.com/ready-for-college for complete terms.
The Fan. This is ONN.
Our thanks again to Ohio High School Athletic Association Commissioner Doug Ute for joining us tonight. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Presented by Beck's Hybrids and by Ohio for Responsible Gambling from the Ohio News Network.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Hi, I'm Rick Germain, and it's the Toyota National Sales Event all month long at Toyota West. With over 600 new and pre-owned vehicles available, Toyota West at I-270 and Georgesville Road has the car you're looking for. And right now at Toyota West, take advantage of no payments for 90 days, and every pre-owned vehicle comes with a 72-hour exchange policy plus a 3-month warranty for qualified vehicles. Come see us at the Germain Auto Mall on Georgesville Road or get started today at ToyotaWest.com. No payments for 90 days, deferred payment, interest accrued at time of inception with approved credit, expires 8/31.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I could not imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life.
There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
The best high school football plays here. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Halftime with the score in week 1. Big Walnut 15, Bishop Watterson 14. Stick around. The start of the second half is coming up next as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
This has been the Fan's High School Football Game of the Week halftime show.
Sponsored by Bridge Credit Union.
The second half is coming up next. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Get Eco.
ECO. Aaron?
Yeah, Jerry?
Do you know what I like best about our plumbers?
Tell me.
No matter how difficult, no matter how messy, no matter what it takes, they just dive right in and fix it.
Get Eco.
ECO. They dive right in.
Yes, they dive right in.
We've got scuba diving plumbers.
Get Eco.
ECO.
You know they don't literally dive in, right?
Well, of course not. Not yet, anyway. The pipes are too small.
Get Eco.
ECO. They won't be able to literally dive in until I finish inventing my eco miniaturizing ray.
But until then, our plumbers will just keep on figuratively diving right in.
Yes, that would be best.
Jerry, do you know what I like best about our plumbers?
Tell me.
They're so good at their job, they make it look easy.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Get Eco.
ECO.
Scuba diving plumbers, genius electricians, and better than average HVAC technicians.
GetEco.com.
You're listening to the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Now you get up in somebody's face and put some pressure on them. Is that clear? You understand? That's it.
Along with former Ohio State and Ohio High School legendary quarterback Justin Zwick, I'm Paul Barnes. It's week 1 of the high school football season. You're locked on to the Fans High School Game of the Week presented by Capital Ford. Want to thank our statistician Cam Taylor. Great to have Cam back on the crew this year. And 2 fine studio producers tonight in the form of Jacob Reimer and Nate Puderbaugh. Thanks for all their help, and thanks for you for tuning in tonight. Just prior to the start of the second half, the team's back from their locker rooms, which are quite a walk away from the stadium here at Ohio Dominican University, home of the Bishop Watterson Eagles. The score at halftime, 15-14 in favor of the visitors from Big Walnut. But Big Walnut, things went awry late in the second quarter, Justin. Watterson had scored a touchdown, got a 2-point conversion to cut that 15-0 deficit to 15-8. They kick off. On the ensuing kickoff, it's misplayed by Big Walnut. Big Walnut has to take over at their 6-yard line, and things further compounded and combusted from there for the Golden Eagles as Watterson got the ball back on a nifty Carter Belisari punt return. They set up deep in Big Walnut territory, and as time expires, Drew Belisari on a short touchdown pass to Nate Henderson, and they missed the extra point, though, but still, just what happened there, the mismanagement by Big Walnut at the end of the half.
It wasn't good. I expected Foley to be going into halftime 15-8, with Big Walnut trying to run that clock out. I think they had the ball, on the 6-yard line with, just over a minute to go, a minute 10, minute 15. With that big back, you thought they were just, hey, we're on the road, we're backed up. Let's go ahead and just try and get out of here, run this clock out, get into halftime. They decided to come out throwing the ball, stopping the clock, thinking they're going to go on a 94-yard drive, in a minute. I think that's not something you want to do when you're on the road, you're up in a game like this, against a team like this. You don't want to give them any hope, any momentum, and right towards the end of the first half, the last minute, you give them a ton of momentum going into halftime, even with the missed extra point. They don't even care about that right now. It's 15-14. They're right back in this ball game, and they're able to do it on some big plays, but you just some clock mismanagement, in my opinion, by Big Walnut, just trying to make some things happen that maybe they didn't need to at that point in time.
And Watterson had some miscues themselves in that first half with 2 turnovers, including a Drew Belisari interception, a Jack McCoy fumble. They had 6 penalties, so Brian Kennedy, the head coach, and his staff not going to be too happy with that, but they got to be happy that they're only down by a point.
And you throw a missed field goal in there, but they keep fighting, and they find themselves right where they want to be here, coming into the third quarter. They get defense on the field, see if they're able to go out, get a 3 and out, see if they can slow down, this offense, and they go from there.
How about for Big Walnut offensively, individually? The All-State running back, Nolan Burley, 11 carries, just 32 yards. He does have a score and a fumble, but the story of the game offensively, Eli Stumpf, the junior quarterback who was kind of on a leash last year. It was his first career start against Watterson, and last season's season opener, he only threw the ball 8 times. But how about Eli Stumpf, Justin, in that first half? I know you love good quarterback play, being a former quarterback yourself. Eli was 12 of 14 through the air, 154 yards, and a nice touchdown pass that was thrown on a rope.
Yeah, very, very efficient. They put him in good situations, some short throws to get him going early in the game. Then you have the big one with the tight end who was wide open. He puts a ball right on him for a big play early. Making good decisions. You can tell he's put in the work. They have a lot more confidence in him this year to go out and make those plays. And we'll see what they do here. You don't want to get too far out of your game plan, though. You're a running team. You like to ground and pound. You want to stay in that lane a little bit.
Eli Egan set to kick it off. The team's back on the field for the second half, and Eli Egan boots it away from right to left, but it goes askew as it goes out of bounds on the near side at the 10-yard line. So another penalty on Watterson, and Big Walnut will start their initial possession of the second half in good field position. They're on the road leading 15-14. They led at one juncture 15-0. Watterson has battled back, and what a game tonight. 2 marquee teams. No matter what happens tonight, the experts think that both of these teams will be very far in the playoffs this year. Watterson in Division III, Big Walnut in Division II.
Yeah, it's great. A lot of excitement for both these programs coming into the season, and no matter what happens here tonight, they have a whole lot of games to play and a whole lot of fun to be had this season.
1st and 10, Big Walnut. The first play of the second half. We play 12-minute quarters. Ball at the 35-yard line. Condensed formation. It's a handoff, and blown up is Burley by Caden Jones, a backup linebacker. He absolutely lasered through the line, slicing through, and they stood up. Burley for a loss of 3 yards, so a negative play for the Golden Eagles to start the second half. What penetration by the Watterson rush defense there.
They have a nice little, they're faking a jet sweep, and they hand it off to Burley to go up the middle, and Caden Jones wasn't fooled at all, coming down, flying from the edge, makes a big hit to drop him 3 yards deep.
Jones separated a shoulder in Week 5 last season against Chardon on the road. He came back for the championship game in a reserve role. He's back this season as a tight end and a defensive end. And on second down, here's a flare pass to the near boundary. It's caught by Hatfield, but the hole closes quickly as Ben Eulenhake, the middle linebacker, moving laterally to the near side, pasted him. Eulenhake, just a junior, all-state selection last year, had over 100 tackles, filling the void of Dom Purcell, perhaps the greatest Watterson Eagle, the former middle linebacker who last played in 2023, who's now at Navy.
Yeah, Ben's been playing great. They feel really good about him in the middle of that defense, and you see him getting side to side there.
Big down here early on in the third quarter. 3rd and 7, Big Walnut from their own 38. Ball in the middle of the field. Trips left, one receiver right. Burley is the running back. To his left is Eli Stumpf. Passes incomplete at the 45 of Big Walnut on the far side, as it was intended for Gavin Harrington, and that one misfired by Eli Stumpf, a rare, poor throw. He was wide on it. It goes incomplete, and Watterson a 3 and out to start the second half defensively.
Yeah, they've been rolling him out and just getting him on the edge there so he can see things in front of him. Held onto that ball just a little too long. Joe Hayes was able to get in there and break it up.
Joe Hayes, corner, a junior. Also a good lacrosse player at Watterson on the coverage, as Justin said. So now 4th and 7 for Big Walnut, drifting back as a single safety in a punt return. Carter Belisari, who's at his own 25. And it's Jake Neff who kicks it away from his 30. Low wobbly kick taken by Belisari on the move at the 20. And he'll angle forward to about the 29, so an effective return. And now the Bishop Watterson Eagles from Columbus, Ohio, in the Clintonville area will take the field here on offense. They trail 15-14. The scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Subaru. We have 10:19 remaining in the third quarter. So pleased you're with us. Our initial installment of the Capital Ford High School football game of the week. We have all 10 weeks covered here on The Fan. Justin Zwick, our analyst tonight, will have DeVere Posey on later in the year. Coach Long will join us as well. And we're glad you're with us tonight. What a matchup to begin things. Watterson, Big Walnut. Eagles with the football. They trail by 1. This drive starts at their own 30-yard line. Trips right, 1 receiver left. A 3-man front for Big Walnut as the defensive line stunts here. Long cadence for Drew Balisari, who's in the shotgun. As he hands off, it's going to be, looks like Jack McCoy testing the right side. He'll get swallowed whole by the front of the Big Walnut defense after a short gain, maybe 1.
Look like TJ Miner getting in there from his defensive end position, creating some pressure and being able to hold that to a 1 yard, 2 yard gain.
TJ Miner, 6'2", 265, a junior, first-year starter. Head coach Curtis Prager, also the defensive coordinator, says he has a ton of upside. And so now the Eagles with 2nd and 9 from their own 31, ball in the middle of the field. Eagles down by 1. Back to throw Balisari. Has time. Sets. Lofts it down the near sideline. Wide open. Carter Balisari at the 30. Holds it in. Cuts inside. He spins past the 25. Tackled at the 24. A huge gain on the play of about 46 yards. Another long connection between cousins. The senior Drew Balisari, the junior Carter Balisari. First down, Watterson now at the Big Walnut 24. Eagles hurry up here. 2x2 receiver combo. Drew Balisari in the pistol, fading back to pass. Short drop, and he throws it to the left sideline at the 5. It's incomplete, out of bounds. Intended for Carter Balisari, who is bracketed on coverage well by the boundary corner, Brody Hatfield, and by the free safety, Brady Taylor. Incomplete pass. Clock stops. 2nd and 10 coming up, Watterson at the Golden Eagles 24.
Yeah, Watterson's doing some nice jobs, some nice things with the 2 receivers, Liam Meske and Carter Balisari on the same side. Right there's a little, hey, we're going to throw this screen, hoping they jump up. We're running up to the line. Well, defense did a good job sitting back, playing their role.
2nd and 10 from the 24, a Big Walnut. Drew Balisari in the pistol with the back to his right. That back is Jack McCoy, who gets the carry. He carries over right guard, but congestion there in the middle. That was actually Ben Ewenhake, the other running back, who's also a linebacker. And Ewenhake, not much there. There was a lot of congestion, a lot of traffic. He got a yard. So now Watterson faced with a 3rd and 9 in plus territory inside of 9 minutes remaining. Clock is rolling here in the third quarter. And Watterson down by a single point. Two receivers on each side here. Balisari in the pistol. Balisari, deep drop, has time, looks left. Now the pocket collapses. Belisari's going to take off. As he slams into 2 defenders, he fumbled the football. And Big Walnut recovers at their own 17. The ball was brought in by Landon Doan, defensive end, chasing the play. Drew Balisari had everyone covered downfield, elected to take off, but then got popped and lost control of the football. Big Walnut with the recovery, and they thwart the Watterson drive in the second half. The initial possession for Watterson, they're turned away, and now Big Walnut takes over with 8:37 remaining in this third quarter, leading 15-14 by the slimmest of margins, and another mistake by Watterson. That's their 3rd turnover tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I think Drew created a little pressure that he didn't necessarily have there. If he had just waited 1 second longer, Carter was breaking across the middle open, but he wanted to pull it down and try and get some, got to hold on to the ball.
In 16 games last year, Watterson's offense only had 9 turnovers, 3 tonight thus far, and we still have a lot of football left. And on first down, it's Nolan Burley hammering off left tackle. A short gain, but there is a flag down at the 15 on the near side. It's holding on the Big Walnut offense. So they'll be marched back here and behind the sticks as they start their second drive of the second half. 8:31 remaining in the third quarter. Again, Big Walnut in possession of the lead, 15-14. And this scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. What do you expect here on first and 10 from the 9?
I was just thinking this is a very important drive. Their offense kind of stalled out a little bit here towards the end of that first half. You know, this is a big drive, even though they're pinned back, and of course pinned back even further now after a holding call. You don't want to have that, but you know, you just got to get something positive going, kind of get out of your end zone and just play some field position.
Condensed formation here. 3 tight ends. Eli Stump, the quarterback under center, turns. He lost the football. It's loose at the 5-yard line. It's recovered by Bishop Watterson. Carter Baldwin, the left corner, fell on it. Confusion there as Eli Stump was under center. He faded back, turned, and he lost control of the ball. And Bishop Watterson recovers in prime real estate, Justin. Yeah. They're at the 5-yard line, trailing by 1.
Yeah, the QB center exchange is so important, especially when you're backed up like they were. It looked like as soon as he turned, that ball was not in his hands, and somebody hit it, and it just started bouncing around. Great play by the defense to find it and jump on top of it.
Well, Justin, you mentioned it earlier. Matt Green, the 6'3", 280-pound junior, is the center tonight for Big Walnut. Their normal starter, Nico Rodriguez, out for a couple weeks due to an injury, so perhaps the exchange there.
When we hadn't seen a lot of under center stuff, it's been a lot of shotgun stuff here, and maybe they're just off.
First and goal, Watterson from the 5. Michael Boyle in motion to the right, 2 receivers left. Here's a handoff, Jack McCoy. McCoy cutting right, shifting, angling towards the end zone, dives in, touchdown, Bishop Watterson. For the first time tonight, the defending state champion Eagles have taken the lead. It's 20-15 with the extra point pending.
I mean, what a start to the third quarter. A couple big turnovers, and Watterson's able to capitalize. But man, you hope your guys are settled down a little bit more than this coming into the second half of a game. You expect maybe a little bit of those jitters in the first half, but you got to hold on to the ball. Ball security is number one.
McCoy had 7 touchdowns rushing a season ago for Watterson as a junior. He nets his first this season, and that puts Watterson into the lead for the first time tonight. They go for 2. It's a snap to Drew Belisari. Belisari dancing now, diving into the end zone. He just breaks the plane as the ball did come out, but Drew Belisari had control as he broke the plane, and he rushes in for the 2-point conversion. And Bishop Watterson now up 22-15, 8 minutes, 7 seconds remaining in the third quarter. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you're planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fan's High School Football Game of the Week.
A squib pick by Eli Egan from right to left after the Eagles have taken the lead on a 5-yard touchdown by Jack McCoy. The first play after Big Walnut quarterback Eli Stumpf fumbled on the 5-yard line. Eagles take advantage and cash in. And now Watterson, for the first time, leads 22-15. Drew Belisari getting the ensuing 2-point conversion run. Watterson's run off 22 unanswered points. And here's Nolan Burley on 1st and 10 from their own 28. As he slams forward, he's greeted rather rudely by a host of Eagle defenders. And a short carry there, maybe a yard or 2. It's 2nd and long coming up Big Walnut. And how about Bishop Watterson after that fumble by Stumpf? They take advantage and score.
Take advantage. It looks like they're playing with, flying to the ball that defense is right now. They got a little bit of that momentum going. They're feeling good about themselves and how this third quarter started. They're teeing off right now. That was some hard hitting going right there.
Big Walnut comes to the line. They face 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Football resting at the 30-yard line on the near side hash marker. 2 receivers dispatch wide left, none wide right. Back to throw is Stumpf. He's looking left. Pocket crumbles. Stumpf is on the run, taking off, angling to the far sideline. He'll be cut down at about the Big Walnut 36 or so. We'll see where they mark it, but it's going to be 3rd down coming up, a big 3rd down here. Last season, Watterson's defense was very stingy on 3rd down, Justin. In fact, opponents last year only 25% on 3rd down against that Watterson defense. And now Big Walnut has 3rd and 4 from their own 34. Trailing 22-15, 7:16 remaining in the third quarter. And that scoreboard check brought to you by Byers Imports. 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Stumpf is in the pistol all by himself. He's calling out signals. Lines are down. Stumpf has a waist-high snap. Looking left the whole way. Pocket collapses. He fires it over the middle. It's caught. And it's hauled in by the tight end. Owen Pollock in traffic. That one was almost picked off by Ben Yulnick, but Pollock snared it, and he fell forward for the first down. What a conversion by Big Walnut on 3rd and 4 as they pick up roughly 6 or 7 yards in the middle.
That was great patience by Eli Stumpf right there. He knew he had to just make something happen. He almost stepped up to take off and run, but the last second he saw his guy Pollock sitting there, big target. He knows he can trust him, and he was able to zip one in there before Uhlenhake was able to undercut him.
What composure shown by Stumpf, as Coach Krager says, he does not wilt under pressure. That time kept his composure, kept his eyes downfield,
exactly.
Kept his shoulders square. I know you like to see that.
Oh, yeah.
In traffic in the pocket as it collapsed. And on first down, it's Nolan Burley. He's going to be wrapped up. Jack Schuler finishes it off, but Michael Boyle, the nose guard, blew up his assignment against center Matt Green. He overtook him quickly, and he really disintegrated that play. Another incursion into the Big Walnut backfield. That time a loss, so call it, well, no gain. No, a loss of 1 officially. So Jack Schuler combines with Boyle there, and it's now 2nd and 11 for Big Walnut at the Golden Eagles 45-yard line. Ball in the middle of the field. Eagles of Watterson in the base 4-3 defense. 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Stumpf under center, takes the handoff. Play action pass. He's rolling left. Eludes a defender nicely on the left flank. Cocks his arm, pump fake, now races to the sideline, and he's going to be dragged down. Eagles, good defensive play. It's Caden Jones from his defensive end spot, but good job by the Eagles defense to stay with it there as Stumpf rolled left. He eluded a sack in the backfield.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that Jack Schuler or Jonah Grover out there just putting pressure on him right away? And once you have that, and then you see another linebacker coming, you know, all right, I got to do something. You got to get to the sideline or get rid of this ball. And he's able to just minimize the loss there.
A loss of 2 yards, so 2 negative plays in succession for Big Walnut on this series. It's 3rd and long, 3rd down, 13 yards to go from the Big Walnut 43. They need to get to the Watterson 44. Back to throw us up. It's a throwback screen. It was deflected, I think, in the backfield by Jonah Groover. And that play was tipped and incomplete. So 4th down coming up, Big Walnut. And Big Walnut will be forced to kick here.
It's a big tip right there by Jonah. If he doesn't get that was a nice tight end screen they had, rolling away from it, coming back to it. I think they'd have had some yards to be gained there if they complete that ball.
Jonah Groover, 6'3", 220 pounds. His mother is the cheerleading coach here at Bishop Watterson, so she has double duty tonight. She's got to be mom watching the field and coach coaching her cheerleaders, right? All right, so back to punt. In punt formation, Jake Neff. He stands alone at his 30. Back deep to return, Carter Belisari in the middle of the field at the 23, and we have a flag flying in. Penalty on Big Walnut. Did they have too many men on the field? Nope, just a delay of game. How does that happen there? 5:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. 22-15 your score, Watterson. What a crowd on hand tonight. I understand a lot of former Buckeyes and current Buckeyes are here. Yeah. And, in fact, Watterson staff has some Buckeyes on it. Former lineman Jeff Uhlenhake and Brady Taylor. Greg Belisari. Steve Belisari also on the staff. Yeah.
They got an all-star crew.
And it's a high snap. Neff fumbles it. He dropped it. It's loose. Neff falls on it. But at the 21-yard line, and Watterson, seeing Big Walnut make another error, will take over in great field position, leading 22-15. And again, the snaps of late really hurting their effort.
And, you know, in a first game of the year, when you got 16 guys returning, you don't expect these types of plays, and they're just biting themselves here tonight. And, you know, in this 3rd quarter, really. I mean, there's just been some bad snaps and not taking care of the football.
We talk about current Buckeyes. Garrett Stover, linebacker for Ohio State, and then Ryan Rudzinski, a safety. Rudzinski from Watterson, Stover from Big Walnut. So here we go, 1st and 10, Watterson from the 22 in the middle of the field, inside of Big Walnut territory. It's a handoff, Jack McCoy. McCoy slanting off right tackle, and he'll find no room there as he's wrapped up immediately. A host of defenders there for Big Walnut.
I think Eli Helton was the first one to kind of stand him up there at the line of scrimmage, and then his boys came to help him out. But just a tough runner, McCoy. He doesn't come down easy.
Will Clausen gets credit for the tackle after a short gain, if any, for McCoy. As we have 5 minutes and change remaining in the 3rd stanza. In week 1, season opener for both teams, our season opener. We're so happy you're with us tonight on The Fan. They restart the clock now. Eagles in front by 7 with the football. They have 2nd and 10 from the big Walnut 22 in the middle of the field. Drew Belisari fading back the throw, has a clean pocket, guns the pass over the middle. It's touchdown, Watterson. Carter Belisari easily grabbed it at the 3 and just waltzed into the end zone on a post pattern. And Bishop Watterson now expands the lead. 28-15, extra point pending. That's 28 in a row, reeled off by the state champion Watterson Eagles.
Yeah, and they're doing some really nice stuff with Carter Belisari just to get him open, knowing that he's the target they want to go to. They have such a special connection, it seems, but just running some nice routes, getting some extra guys out there so the defense has to pay attention to somebody else, and they just wait for him to break. Boom, puts it on him. Nice score.
The Cousins combined again. The second pitch and catch for a touchdown by senior quarterback Drew Belisari. His younger cousin, Carter, who's a junior. And they're going for 2. It's the read option, and running in easily, untouched, is Drew Belisari. Great ball fake as he strolls into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. And now with 4:57 remaining in the third quarter, your score, the Watterson Eagles 30, the Big Walnut Golden Eagles 15. This is the Capitol Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Colin Mann here for Jermaine Lexus of Dublin and Easton. It's the last month for the Golden Opportunity Sales Event. That means you get special APRs with 3.99% up to 60 months on their most popular models. Lease payments as low as $419 per month. Also, plenty of pre-owned L-certified vehicles are on the lot with rates as low as 5.75%. If you're in the market, please stop in and see my guys. Jermaine Lexus, 2 locations to serve you, Dublin and Easton. Check them out online, JermaineLexus.com.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fan's High School Football Game of the Week.
Eli Egan approaches the football, kicks it off for Bishop Watterson. It's a swift kick up the middle. It'll be down by an up back at the 32-yard line. So, Big Walnut, which jumped out to a 15-0 lead, now trails 30-15. They have to get to work here inside of 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. That last Watterson drive was a quick one. 2 plays, 22 yards. Drew Belisari to Carter Belisari, and the 2-point conversion good. And the Eagles of Watterson lead 30-15. They're back on defense as the team's transition units. Big Walnut, 1st and 10 from their own 32. Eli Stump in the pistol, fakes the handoff to Burley, slithers away, angling to the right side, breaks a tackle at the 35, and will stumble forward to the 40 where his trip ends. But good ball fake there by Stump as he took it forward for positive yards. It'll be 2nd and short now for the Golden Eagles.
Looked like he came down with a little cramp there. He kind of got down. I thought, well, he made a couple yards ago, but then he's holding on to his calf there a little bit. Seems to work it out. He's going to stay in the game here, but these first games of the year, you just hope you're conditioned and you're hydrated enough. You don't want to go down with any of those cramps, and he's got a little bit going on right now, but he's toughing it out.
So we have clear skies, no wind to speak of, calm winds right now. Flag is limp in the south end zone. 4:11 remaining in the quarter. Big Walnut to the line. Lines are down. Eagles in the base 4-3 defense. A handoff to Nolan Burley. Hammering off left tackle. Now angles outside of the 40. Flag down 45. He's past the 50 and will be taken out of bounds at the 45 of Watterson. But there is Laundry resting in the middle of the field at the Big Walnut 45. It's holding on the Golden Eagles. That play is negated. So they will be backed up here with 3:59 remaining in quarter number 3. Watterson 30, Big Walnut 15. That scoreboard check brought to you by Byers Imports.
They're just shooting themselves in the foot here in this third quarter so far. You got a couple balls on the ground from snaps and penalties. I think that's their second penalty in 2 drives, I think, holding anyways. It takes them back 10 yards. Just tough for an offense like this to stay ahead of the chains when you're getting those types of penalties.
So officially it's 2nd and 7 for Big Walnut. Football is lying on the carpet, the artificial surface here, the field turf, on the 35-yard line as the clock continues to dwindle here in the third quarter. 2nd and 7, Big Walnut. 2 receivers sent out to the left, 1 wide right. Lines are down. Back to throw is Stump in the pistol. He's in trouble. His helmet comes off. He stays on his feet, throws it down the field, but the play is dead once his helmet came off. It was ripped off unintentionally. Looks like by Jack Schuler, the left defensive end. Schuler gets up, gives him his helmet, pats him on the shoulder. Stump is okay. And we'll see where they mark it here as the clock stops for the time being. 3:28 remaining in the third period. And again, Bishop Watterson, the homestanding team on the near side, leading by 15 points.
It was a good thing that Jack Schuler was able to get some pressure on him there early, because he had Owen Pollock going down the hash basically wide open. Just that pressure, he's able to get out, then he sees him, his helmet comes off, and the play is dead.
All right, they're going to say that Schuler did not remove the helmet of Stump, it just came off. So once that happens, the play is dead, as head coach Curtis Prager gets an explanation from our far side official. They will mark the football after that loss back to the 22. So third down and distance here for Big Walnut. What do you like?
Well,
what do you want to see him do here?
Quarterback in, so I don't know what you want to do here, because you got to take him out because his helmet came off.
That's right.
So you got 13 Jackson Barnacut.
Yep, Jackson Barnacut in for a play. The senior does not have any experience in varsity. Here's a fake handoff. Barnacut taking it off the right end to the short side. And he's going to be brought down by middle linebacker Ben Uhlenhake at the numbers on the near side at about the 28. Well shy of the first down. Stump had to come out. And now we have third and long. Now fourth and long. And the teams will send out their special teams here. Big Walnut to punt. Watterson to receive as Carter Belisari drifts back in a single safety. He stands at his own 40. And in the punt is Jake Neff, the senior, who averaged 33 yards a punt last year. His long was 57. He stands back at his 12. Officially, it's 4th and 15. Big Walnut snaps it back, low snap. Neff gets it. Spiral punt, low kick to the near sideline. Carter Belisari waiting on gravity, makes a fair catch. Grabs it at the numbers at the near side at the 33. And that's where Bishop Watterson will begin this drive, leading 30-15 with 2 minutes, 32 seconds remaining in this third quarter. What do you think so far in the second half? How do the teams look to you?
Well, I think that end of the first half really put a jolt of energy into Bishop Watterson, and maybe did the opposite to Big Walnut here. You know, coming out in the third quarter, it just seems that everything is going Watterson's way. And you know, Big Walnut, when they do have a good play, they get a holding call to bring them back. Or you know, when something good does happen, something bad, it's kind of always lingering around them here so far this third quarter.
Eagles have shaken off those miscues, those 3 turnovers, those 7 penalties, and they are in the lead by 15. On 1st and 10, Watterson from their 35. It's a handoff, and Caden Mangini, junior running back, running laterally to the near side, will be strung out and lose a yard or two. Mangini also a talented baseball player. We have some good baseball players in this game. From Big Walnut, especially Nolan Burley, who's the all-state football player, could be so in baseball this year.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I love seeing guys play multiple sports. And
well, you did it.
Well, yes, we did. You know, growing up in small towns, you had to play them all. And,
right.
You know, I think it helps with all sports. You love seeing them playing.
Loss of 2 on that carry by Caden Mangini to the near side. So 2nd and 12, Watterson. It's a handoff. And this one over right end. Not much doing. Big Walnut there in their 3-4 base defense. They rally to the football as Jack McCoy with the tote. Doesn't get much. So third down long for Watterson. 3rd and 10 at the 35-yard line. Watterson content to let the clock bleed here. We're down to 1:35 in the third quarter remaining, with Bishop Watterson leading 30-15. They kind of nonchalantly break the huddle, taking their time as the play clock melts down to 12 seconds as they get down in their stances here. Drew Belisari's in the pistol, a back to his right. Trips right, 1 receiver left, that's Belisari. Belisari back to throw, completes it. It's Jack McCoy dashing to the outside. He won't get anything on that. A short pass to the boundary, so 4th down. Big Walnut holds. They'll get the ball back, trailing by 15.
Yeah, nice series by the defense right there. I mean, the front 7 not giving up anything in those first 2 run plays, and then a little screen out to the back there with the receivers blocking downfield. The defense rallies to the ball and gets them 4th and 10. So you're getting your offensive the ball back here with a minute to go in the third quarter. And maybe they can do something, get a score on the board.
Defensive back Eli Borland made the tackle for Big Walnut. So 4th and 10, Watterson. They send out a punter. We believe that's Eli Egan. It's a waist-high snap. No, punting actually for Watterson. They're trying a new guy out there punting. That's Max Steinbrunner, the strong safety. And he hits one high in the air, spiral down the far sideline, which will not be returned. It drifts out of bounds at the Big Walnut 30 or so. So 37.8 seconds remain in the third quarter. Watterson up 30-15. They trailed at the break 15-14. They trailed earlier in the first half 15-0. But here they are leading by 15 at home. Kind of shake off a sluggish performance. It's been uneven.
Yeah, you shake off that start, and you just realize, hey, we got a lot of football left here. We have a great team. Let's just settle in. And you've seen the Belisaris kind of take over here in the third quarter, which is kind of what you expected coming in. That connection that they have.
Well, each team has aided the other tonight with its own mistakes. And so Eli Stumpf in the pistol with a 4-receiver combo. Back to throw, pump fake right, and slings it down the middle at the 40. It's incomplete. Pass was intended for Dallas Beal at the Watterson 37 on the near side. Defending on the play was the corner Carter Baldwin. Beal a little slow to get up as he hit the turf there, and he has to come down and wonder if that's a clamp.
We got 2 guys down with cramps right now, it looks like. We got a Watterson defensive lineman, I think, getting stretched out. And
I mean, when you played, you experienced cramps. There's nothing like it. It's
the worst.
It's almost like you get tasered in the leg there.
It'll put you down, no doubt about it.
So 31.9 with the stop in the action. We have 2 players down due to cramps. We'll come back. The score, Bishop Watterson 30, Big Walnut 15. This is the high school football game of the week presented by Capital Ford on The Fan.
Did you know Byers Airport Subaru is the oldest Subaru retailer in the entire country? And just like a veteran quarterback, we've been delivering winning drives for generations, right here by the airport. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event, trade in your car for a new 2025 Subaru Outback for 0% for up to 36 months. Kick off your next adventure at columbussubaru.com. Subject to credit approval. Financing offer term up to 36 months on 2025 Subaru Outback. Cannot be combined with any other incentive. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25.
At Kroger Pharmacy, we make it easy to get flu, COVID, and RSV vaccines. They're available at no cost to you with most insurance plans. No appointment needed. And we're open weekdays, weeknights, and weekends. So come and visit us when it's most convenient for you. Kroger Health, a world of care is in store. Vaccines subject to availability. No cost to you with most insurance plans. Check with your plan for eligibility. Restrictions and exclusions may apply. See site for details.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus, The Fan. Friday night under the lights. This is the Fan's high school football game of the week.
We come back to live action. A short pass play to the right flank from Eli Stumpf to his receiver, Brody Hatfield, on an outcut. Short gain, so it's 3rd and 6 after that 4-yard pass play to the near side. 6 seconds remain in the quarter, that's all. And they're going to let the clock expire, are the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. And so that will bring us to the 4th quarter with the score. The Division III state champion, Bishop Watterson Eagles 30. The Division II state semifinalists from a year ago, Big Walnut Golden Eagles 15. We'll take a timeout. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I've got a public service announcement for your taste buds. The legendary Sanders Bumpy Cake is finally here in Ohio. Yes, that Sanders Chocolate Fudge Bumpy Cake. Rich devil's food cake topped with smooth buttercream bumps and smothered in thick chocolatey fudge. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. It's the dessert you didn't know you needed until now. Perfect for your next barbecue, tailgate, or a family function. And if you've never had one of these, well, trust me, once you try it, you're going to be hooked. Grab your Sanders Bumpy Cake today at Kroger or Meijer and taste what the hype's all about.
Unlock big savings on your next project when you shop at Menards. Check out Lockley Electronic Door Locks. You'll never have to worry if you forgot to lock your door again. Control your lock from anywhere with the use of your smartphone. Keep your home safe and secure. Pick up your Lockley Electronic Door Lock today. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals happening now.
Save big money at Menards.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fan's high school football game of the week.
We come back to Panther Stadium. First play has completed in the 4th quarter. Eli Stumpf unloading a long aerial down the far boundary to Gavin Harrington. Harrington hauled it in, but out of bounds at the Watterson 35. So an incomplete pass, a long incompletion, brings up 4th down and 6 yards to go now for Big Walnut at their own 34-yard line. Watterson leads 30-15 as we are underway in the 4th and final quarter play. Big Walnut to punt. It's Neff from his 20. Eagles in a prevent defense. Now send a guy back. It's Nate Henderson. Nate Henderson will casually watch it sail over his head. It bounds at the 25 and will roll to a stop at the 18 where the kick coverage unit Downs it, where Watterson will take over. They inherit the football in front by 15 points. We're just underway in the fourth quarter. 19 seconds expired. And Justin, what's your assessment of the second half so far?
Well, I kind of feel like one team went into halftime feeling really good about things and one didn't, and it kind of came out on the field in the third quarter that way. You had a couple turnovers early. Both teams had one. It hurt Big Walnut a lot worse because they were inside their 10-yard line. They gave the ball right back to Watterson, and then they scored 2 plays later. It's just been an ugly, we talked about they've had a good play and then it got called back. They've been shooting themselves in the foot a lot here, and Watterson hasn't. They came out in this third quarter and they've been on fire.
I imagine Watterson's offense will be in no hurry here with a 2x2 receiver combo. A 3-man front for Big Walnut. Drew Belisari in his cadence in the pistol. With a back to his right, that's Jack McCoy. Belisari has a chest-high snap, fades back to pass, and hey, I was wrong. A quick outcut by Carter Belisari at the 34 as he's taken out of bounds in front of his own bench. That's a pass play of 13 yards and a Watterson first down. So how about that? The Cousins hooking up again.
Well, that's just a credit to how tough this front seven of Big Walnut is. They tried to run the ball a couple times in the last series that they had, and they got stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So they realizing, hey, we want to move the ball. We want to keep the clock moving right now. Maybe our best way to do that is to hit, some shorter routes to the outside, stay in bounds, and just kind of move the ball that way.
Well, that defensive line is stout, no doubt. TJ Miner on the end, and you got outstanding nose guard in there. And now on 1st and 10 from the 34, short play out to the left. Might have lost a yard for Watterson. Watterson content to let the clock run here, up 30-15. Pass is complete there. Liam Meskey, junior receiver, number 2, made the catch on the perimeter on the outside.
Nice little now route. Get the ball out there and see if there's any seams to get through. Cole Heisel, number 12, cornerback, does a great job fighting off the block, coming up and making the tackle.
Mastignano was the nose tackle I was talking about for Big Walnut. He's a tough load in the middle. And the new center, Blaze Strasbaugh, he's a 3-year starter for Watterson on the line. His first year starting at center, so he has his hands full. Back to throw is Drew Belisari, 4 receivers in the pattern. He guns the pass over the middle. It's incomplete at the 50. Intended for Meskey, but there with a big hit from behind, Nolan Burley. Nolan Burley, the all-world running back, sometimes plays strong safety, and in the game here, he delivered a blow.
Sometimes brings the hit stick with him, because right there, that ball was on the receiver, but the power of Burley coming through to make that tackle or make that hit.
Well, good play all around there, Justin. I mean, that was a zip pass over the middle by Belisari on time. Meskey, a nice effort, but then the ball was jarred out after that thunderous hit by Burley from behind.
A couple good plays by a couple, all-state players.
Right.
That's what you like to see.
Incompletion brings up 3rd and 11 for Watterson. 3rd and long from their own 33. And as the play is underway, there's a penalty, pre-snap penalty again. The Watterson coaching staff flushed to our right here at the top of the press box. Not very happy with that play as the football is marched back 5 yards. A lot to clean up for both teams this week. It's week 1. Don't want to get too hard on them.
You don't like seeing it. You've got, right there, your coach is going to get up and get set. What are you doing? You just got to have a little sense of urgency when you're getting up there to the line of scrimmage. Just pay attention to what you're doing so you're not stepping up at the last second to be on the line.
Well, in all fairness to Watterson, they do have 7 new starters out there and a lot of new regulars, even though there is talent. So it's 3rd and 16 from the 28, Watterson. Back to throw is Belisari, all kinds of time. He's going to air it out deep down the right hash mark. It's caught by Nate Henderson. Stumbling at the 30. Regains his composure, 20. And it's going to be brought down at the 5. What a play for Watterson. A pickup of 67 yards on that aerial. Drew Belisari, a strong throw down the right seam. And Nate Henderson made the grab, kept going. Looked like he was going to stumble. But he beat 2 defenders there.
I'll tell you, that's when you know it's your night. He had 2 receivers. One was wide open. Hayes down the middle of the field. He throws it to the guy who was double covered, and somehow the ball makes it through both defenders' hands. And the receiver does a great job of just letting the ball come to him. Falls right into his lap. What a big play.
Nate Henderson, who only had 1 catch a season ago for Watterson as a sophomore. He's the starting free safety. He's going to be used as a receiver more. He's got 2 catches tonight, including a touchdown and that big pass play there. And now Drew Belisari keeping the ball. Racing around the right end will be brought down inside the 5 as Watterson has goal to go here. In front 30-15 at home at Panther Stadium. 4-yard pickup by Drew Belisari to the right perimeter. It's now 2nd and 6 Watterson as they're smelling the end zone once again here.
Looks like they're taking the receivers out and putting some backs in, beefing it up a little bit, thinking they're going to punch this one in here.
Yeah, Michael Boyle's checking in, the all-world nose tackle. He's going to be the road grader. Now they have a T formation, Justin, on 2nd and goal from the 2.
Wing T here. I like it.
Drew Belisari under center, takes the snap, hands off. It's Ben Uhlenhage. Uhlenhage plowing his way over left guard, nearing the goal line, but he's not in, as Big Walnut withstands at the last moment to stand him up and keep him out, preventing him from breaking the plane. So Uhlenhage inches closer to the goal line. It's 3rd and goal. Watterson from inside the 1. The clock is their friend. It continues to roll here. 9 minutes change remaining in the game. Eagles up by 15, and they're looking for pay dirt here again. Condensed formation. Lines are down. Jam middle defense for Big Walnut. Ball in the middle of the field, and Watterson with a full start on the right side. It could be the right guard, Max Theotto, or it could be Blaise Strasbaugh. Who knows? The center. The right side moved, including the middle.
Looked like Davis Seaman was in there moving a little bit as well. They got all this beef in there, and when they do that, those linemen just want to get that extra little step, and we've seen it all game long, unfortunately, which is just, I know they're going to get a talking to here in film tomorrow.
How about these tackles for Watterson? You got Pete Iglesias, the senior left tackle, headed to Iowa State. Davis Seaman, the junior right tackle, has offers from Auburn, Illinois, Iowa State. So a couple of bookend tackles for Watterson.
Nice to have.
On 3rd and goal from the 6, they hand off, power run, and it's Jack McCoy surging forward on the right side. Humanity all over the place as he disappears into the pile. He's down to about the 2, so it's 4th and goal coming up Watterson. Ball will be on the right hash mark coming up with 8:26 and counting remaining in the game. It's 30-15 Eagles. That scoreboard check brought to you by Byers Imports.
Again, this is nothing special here. This is just big on big, both sides of the ball. And again, that defense, Big Walnut, I mean, they are tough to get some running yards on here this second half.
Well, that defense is tough, and they were tough last year. They only gave up 13 points per game. The rush defense was spectacular, and they're keyed by their middle linebacker, who is very tough, the all-state performer Eli Hilton. And they're looking for another big year from him. And as the clock bleeds, Watterson will call a timeout, so we'll take it with them. On the other side of the break, the Eagles have a 4th and 2 coming up, 4th and goal, up 30-15 as you listen to the high school football game of the week, presented by Capital Ford on the Fan.
Looking for a career where you can grow and make a difference? Apply today to join the Bridge Credit Union family. In addition to great pay, Bridge Credit Union offers bonuses, health benefits, paid time off, and a retirement plan with employer match. Bridge also has professional development programs to help you advance your skills. It's not just a job, it's your future. Ready to take the next step? Apply online at bridgecu.org. That's bridgecu.org and start your journey today.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fan's high school football game of the week.
With former Buckeye Justin Zwick, I'm Paul Barnes. We come back. Watterson has it 4th and goal from the 2, going to the south end zone. To our right, power formation, a T formation, a handoff, and trudging forward, bowling his way to the end zone is Jack McCoy. It's touchdown, Bishop Watterson, and the Eagles pull further away from Big Walnut. That's 36 unanswered points for the defending state champion, Bishop Watterson.
Right there, you just have the offensive line coach telling them in that little break, who's better? We got one play to get in the end zone. We need 2 yards. Go out and do it, and they get the job done there.
That's just hat on hat there.
Exactly. You're just coming downhill. Everybody knows it.
And they had good leverage to the offensive line. Jack McCoy, his 2nd touchdown rushing tonight, the senior. And on for the PAT, Eli Egan. It's good. And with 7:51 remaining in the contest, your score, Bishop Watterson 37, Big Walnut 15. This is the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on the Fan.
Hey, Ohio State fans. While others cut corners, like that team up north, Valvoline Instant Oil Change is Buckeye-level quality. We train hard and treat every day like game day. We're always quick, but never rushed. And you can stay in your car while our experts do the work. Valvoline Instant Oil Change is a proud sponsor of Ohio State Athletics. Visit valvoline.com/Buckeyes to find your nearest location and access exclusive fan savings.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
Eli Egan on the ensuing kickoff, a little ground ball up the middle. And Big Walnut covers it up at their own 32. Big Walnut in peril, trailing 37-15 with 7 minutes, 51 seconds remaining from Panther Stadium. The last scoring drive for Watterson, 6 plays, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. A 78-yard march capped off by a 2-yard touchdown plunge by Jack McCoy. And the big play there was the aerial from Drew Belisari to his younger cousin Carter. Covered 67 yards. That set it up. And Watterson in firm control now. And a loss on the first play of the drive. Michael Boyle making a tackle on Burley. And that's a big loss for Big Walnut. They're behind the sticks, off schedule on this drive.
Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting all night to really see him get through there and make a play. And he gets a big one for a 5-yard loss here when they need something big to happen for Big Walnut.
Officially 2nd and 13 now. Big Walnut from their own 29. Eli Stump, a low snap back to him, ankle high. He gets it, composes himself, fires a strike in the middle where it's caught by Brody Hatfield. Hatfield dancing forward will be brought down by a pair of Eagle defenders, including Caden Jones, who's had a big game tonight off the bench. He's not a starter, but he was there in on the tackle. And it's 3rd and short now, Big Walnut, after they picked up 11 yards on that pass play in the middle. And so now 3rd and a long one. They need to convert here. 6:44 remaining in the contest. 37-15. Watterson staked to the lead. That scoreboard check brought to you by Byers Imports. Under center is Stump this time. Takes the snap. He'll fall forward and get the first down easily. So that will move the sticks. First down, Big Walnut. Down by 22 points on the road now. If you're just tuning in, Big Walnut got off to a sensational start tonight, Justin, up 15-0 on the road, but things really combusted at the end of that first half. It was an unmitigated disaster, if you want to be real. Watterson has reeled off 37 consecutive points in the game.
Well, when things start going your way, you just got to take advantage of them. They have so far, but yeah, I mean, 15-0 with what? 3-4 minutes to go in the second half, or in the first half, right? Before Watterson got their first score, and then that last minute just was soul-crushing, I think, to Big Walnut, and I don't think they've recovered.
And Nolan Burley was just swallowed whole by Jack Schuler. A loss of 1. Burley has been bottled up tonight. He averaged 6 yards a carry last year as a sophomore, had 2,153 yards rushing in 15 games, but Big Walnut has had him held in check tonight as a pass to the boundary is caught by Gavin Harrington. He'll be forced out of bounds by Carter Belisari, the far side corner, who's in there on defense now. Last year he was a starting corner, acquitted himself quite well as a sophomore. 3 interceptions. People didn't really challenge him, but this year they need him as the lead receiver, that X-receiver, and he's delivered tonight on that side of the ball.
He's delivered, and you talked about how they lost all those guys. They got some new, great athletes out there, but just new, fresh guys, and he's one of them, but he's had a great showing in his first game.
3rd and 4, Big Walnut from their own 49. A quick pass to the outside on the far boundary. Unleashed by Stump, but it goes incomplete. Nobody home. And that incompletion freezes the clock temporarily with 5:36 remaining in the contest. 4th and 4 coming up, Big Walnut. They'll go for it here, obviously. Trailing 37-15. Bishop Watterson trying to win its 17th consecutive game if you date back to the start of last season. A lot of fresh faces out there, but these guys, for Bishop Watterson, even though they're younger, they're new starters, they did play quite a bit last year because 11 of the games ended in running time, and Watterson was so far ahead they could put him in. Plus, don't forget the fact that Watterson had 16 weeks last year. They could practice a long time, and those young players get experience in practice too.
1,000%. And I think that game experience is invaluable. I mean, just being able to get in so many games throughout the year, playoff games, right? Getting these young guys in, getting experience, and realizing we're about to lose a lot of guys from this senior class. We're going to need these young guys next year to have some experience, feel comfortable being out underneath the lights. And they've started maybe a little slow tonight, but they got things going, and once the momentum got on their side, they haven't looked back.
All right, let's take a quick timeout here. 5:36 remaining, 37-15. It's Watterson. This is the Capital Ford High School Game of the Week on The Fan.
Working your way through that honey-do list? That means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing and drain cleanings and repairs and all your heating and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your furnace or air conditioner. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain cleaning? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing issues? Call the Waterworks. Furnace repairs? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted neighborhood plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
Friday night under the lights. This is the Fans High School Football Game of the Week.
On 4th and 4 from their own 49, Big Walnut went for it, obviously. Eli Stump, a scrambling run up the middle. He got the first down, but he also got belted by middle linebacker Ben Eulenhake. And again, Stump's helmet flew off, so he has to come out for at least one play. Insert Jackson Barnicut, the senior quarterback, who played one snap in the first half, a short run after Stump lost his lid.
Yeah, it was on a 3rd and 27. There's nothing like, hey, go in the game. It's 3rd and a mile. We're going to see if you can do anything here.
We have 5:17 remaining in the game. It's Watterson up 37-15. Justin Zwick's with me. I'm Paul Barnes. So pleased you're with us. DJ Nate Puderbaugh and Rhyme Time, Jacob Reimer back in our Twin Rivers Drive studios, engineering tonight, studio producers. And let's not forget our fabulous statistician, Cam Taylor, back for another year, the pride of Columbus Academy. The Vikings tonight taking on Northland. We have some good matchups tonight. Gahanna and Pick Central. Gahanna's at Pick Central tonight. Lancaster at Hilliard Derby. That's the Brad Birchfield debut as head coach of the Panthers there. Hey, how about defending Division I champion Olentangy Liberty hosting Olentangy in a cross-division OCC matchup? That's a big one. Yeah. Olentangy's so talented, the Braves.
I tell you, man.
1st and 10 for Big Walnut after a protracted delay. Here's the quarterback Barnicut faking to Burley. He's going to call his own number. Sliding off left tackle, going to be brought down at the Watterson 43 as free safety Nate Henderson comes up to make the stop. Nate doing it both on offense and defense. On offense, a constructive participant with 2 touchdowns, and here on defense making some stops.
And I like Jackson Barnicut coming in the game. He's called his number both times. He's got it. He said, here's a QB option, and he's kept it. He wants to get that ball downfield. Tough duty to fill in, but he's done a good job.
And sauntering back in as quarterback is Eli Stump as the Big Walnut Golden Eagles break the huddle inside of 5 minutes remaining in the game. Driving from right to left, Big Walnut currently in the middle of the field. Here's a double handoff, and coming around the end for Big Walnut, Dallas Beal on a pitch from Burley. And Beal's going to be flown out of bounds at the Watterson 37. A flag flies in late in front of the Eagles bench, in front of head coach Brian Kennedy, who's also the defensive coordinator. He goes with the black T-shirt and the long sleeve white T-shirt underneath, his customary look. That play gained 3 yards. Apparently they picked up the flag, so no harm, no foul there.
The ball may have popped out there at the end of that. That defense was swarming over there. I mean, it looked like he may have had some room to run, but the defense doing a good job getting to the ball.
They strung it out well. 3rd and 3 now, Big Walnut back to throw Stump all kinds of times. Deep drop, and he zings the pass near side. It's well overthrown. Well covered was Jack Rigg, the closest Golden Eagle to the football at the Watterson 22 on the near side, but he was well guarded out there by corner Joe Hayes, and for good measure, free safety Nate Henderson was roaming over. So an incomplete pass. It's now, and there is a late flag, so let's check that. The clock is halted. 3:55 left from Panther Stadium in Week 1. High school football back in the state of Ohio. Justin, you came here today. You are pumped for the start of the high school football season. You love it, don't you?
There's nothing better. Nothing better than being under the lights on a Friday night. I think Ohio has some great high school football, and, I'm from Northeast Ohio, so I'm, of course, a little biased there, but very excited.
And this is usually the best time of the year in Ohio. September, we're getting near September, into October.
Fall.
It's a beautiful night tonight.
You get fall weather, you get fall football, you get it all here this time of year.
Yes, you do. Big Walnut has it 1st and 10, a penalty on Watterson, ball at the 23 of Watterson. 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Back to throw, play action pass. It's Stump. He's in some trouble. Schuler applying pressure, but Stump somehow sidearms the pass complete to the far side, but hardly any gain on the play. As out there was Ben Uhlenhake, the middle linebacker on the far sideline. And Nolan Burley made the catch out of the backfield, but a short gain, maybe 3 yards. And it's now second down and probably 7 here, but it's a timeout. Bishop Watterson with it. We will take it with them. 3:32 remaining in the game. Watterson in control, 37-15, as you listen to the Capital Ford High School Football Game of the Week on The Fan.
Hey, Buckeye fans. As the official wing sponsor of Ohio State Athletics, Roosters is kicking off an incredible giveaway you won't want to miss. This football season, we're giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences. 3 drawings, 12 winners with prizes including tickets, sideline passes, and 3 trips to a Buckeye first-round postseason game. Go to roosterswings.com to register and see all the details. 3 drawings, 12 amazing prizes. Register today and every day. Roosters, a fun, casual joint.
The best in high school football every Friday night. The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
We come back from break. It's 2nd and 7. Big Walnut from the Watterson 19. 4 receivers in the pattern. Eli Stumpf rolling left casually. Looks to the left corner of the end zone where he unleashes it. Incomplete. Intended for Brody Hatfield on the near pylon in the front side of the end zone. Defending on the play for Bishop Watterson in coverage was their secondary man, who's number 3, Rocco Purcell, the linebacker. He snuck out there. So the clock stops, 3:26 remaining. Don't forget, I know everyone's excited for this. Stick around as we have the Byers Subaru High School Football Overtime Show. They're back. What a duo. The radio maker, Ryan Baker, and the guru, Lee Cochran. That's coming up next. I know everyone loves it as a way to cap their Friday night.
Exactly.
They are the best in the business.
Getting all the information you need and what's happening on a Friday night.
So 3rd and 7 now, Big Walnut from the Watterson 19. Eli Stumpf back to throw, is under duress, and he just whips it in the air. Michael Boyle there, the closest man to it, at the Watterson 25, as the ball harmlessly flutters to the ground. But Watterson with a blitz there. They usually don't blitz. They're like Big Walnut. They play assignment football, gap integrity, but there they brought the house, and that forces an incompletion. So now 4th down, 7 yards to go for Big Walnut with the clock stopped, 3:21 remaining as time is winnowing away here. Watterson 37, Big Walnut 15.
You're in a situation where you feel like they're going to throw the ball, so maybe you act a little bit different, bring a little blitz in there, put a little pressure on him just so he can't sit and find the receivers that are open, and doing a good job knocking the ball down when he goes up to throw it.
3 receivers left, 1 right. And it's bad snap by Burley's feet. Burley having to scamper back to get it. He's at his 35, scampering to the far sideline, throws it in the air, and it's intercepted or knocked away, out of bounds. But a Watterson Eagle there to knock it down on the far side. It's incomplete. Watterson will take over on downs. And it looks like on the far side that was
Nate Henderson.
Nate Henderson, you got it.
It looks like Nate.
Now Nate snared it, but he was out of bounds, so it's not an interception. But it's better because they get the ball here.
He's going to get yelled at in the morning saying, "Don't try and catch that ball. We'd have been on the 1 yard line instead of on the 20."
Yeah. So now they take over at the 19. Watterson, a spacious lead now, leading 37-15, but things were a little muddled for the Eagles of Watterson early when they trailed 15-0 at home, kind of got staggered a bit. They took a punch in the mouth, but they kind of righted the ship after some mistakes themselves, and they've ripped off 37 unanswered points to grab this commanding lead here late in the game. On 1st down, it's Jack McCoy. McCoy disappears into the pile in the middle of the field. Short gain there. The clock continues to run. So Bishop Watterson looks like they will win this first game. Now, next week, Bishop Watterson does not play Friday. They instead play Saturday in Ironton, the day of the Texas game, at 4:30. They take on a team from Delaware, the state of Delaware, not the county here in Ohio.
Jeez.
They play Middletown High, which is a very good team from the kind of Philly suburbs there in Delaware.
Okay.
And then Big Walnut next week. Let's see, where do they go? They are hosting their home opener in Sunbury against Dayton Dunbar.
Ooh.
So both these teams you think would be there in the end of the playoffs. They're so talented. And here's a handoff bursting up the middle. Look at this. Jack McCoy refusing to go down, running with alacrity as he's brought down at the 40-yard line. A 17-yard flurry up the middle for Jack McCoy, who's had a big night, the senior running back who runs a 4.6 40. He has a pair of touchdowns tonight, and he's had a nice average per carry.
And you like to see him just back and healthy, and, his senior year, getting the rock here in the first game and doing well with him. And that's one of the bigger runs they've had here in the second half. the defensive line and the front seven there has been doing a good job for Big Walnut, but he was able to break through.
And if McCoy's effective, it can keep Ben Eulenhick, the second-string running back, fresh.
Yeah, 100%.
And Ben's the middle linebacker, so he plays a pivotal role in the team. So if McCoy keeps running like this, that would be good for Bishop Watterson, I would think. That's the longest run of the night there. And here's the pass to the near side, which is caught. Spinning forward, one of the reserve receivers for Watterson. That's Brady McInich, who's a senior, also a baseball player at Watterson. His older cousin, AJ, who's a pitcher at Marshall, was the quarterback for the Eagles in their state runner-up year in 2023. And their younger cousin, Brady McInich, a 7-yard pickup on an out route to the near sideline. 7 yards, so it's 2nd and 3, Watterson from the 46. It's academic at this point. We have 73 seconds remaining in the game, and Bishop Watterson leading 37-15. That scoreboard check is brought to you by Byers Imports. Eagles come to the line, 2 receivers wide left, 1 wide right. Condensed formation inside, and they hand off. It's Jack McCoy, again running with fervor over right tackle, blasting forward, gets the first down as he picks up about 5, and we're inside of a minute. Lots of fans flocking to the exits. What a crowd we had on hand here tonight. A big matchup. Watterson ranked number 1 in the metro area. Big Walnut number 4. Each team, great success in the postseason a year ago. Watterson, the D3 state champs. Big Walnut, a state semifinalist in D2. And tell you what, it wasn't pretty. They have a lot to clean up, but these two teams are loaded with talent.
Oh, 100%. And, you know, that first half, I thought Big Walnut did exactly what they needed to do, with the exception of the last couple minutes there. And, you know, being up 15-0. And just kind of got away from them, and they just never able to find it here in the second half. And credit to Bishop Watterson, they did what they were supposed to do and just kept grinding down 15-0, found a way to get back into the ball game, and then just took control and took over in the second half.
37 unanswered points for Bishop Watterson as Drew Belisari takes a knee to end the game at the Watterson 45. 37-15, the final score. Stick around. Our post-game activities are coming up as you listen to the high school football game of the week presented by Capital Ford on The Fan.
Bridge Credit Union was founded on the values of people helping people. That's why we're here to help you reach your financial goals. For over 50 years, we have been serving Central Ohio and surrounding communities by offering higher savings returns, lower loan rates, and reduced fees. You can use the Bridge app to find an ATM, check balances, apply for loans, and more. We also offer convenient access to online banking. We pride ourselves on providing you with benefits you can't find anywhere else. Visit Bridge Credit Union online at bridgecu.org or stop on by today and experience the Bridge difference.
People can't say enough amazing things about Vanscoy Hair Clinics. Men and women struggle with hair loss every day, and they completely change their lives. Vanscoy Hair Clinics is the only company in Ohio that has PRP, platelet-rich plasma, and a multi-unit hair grafting hair transplant procedure. Go to vanscoyhair.com for more info, or call 614-432-8042. Here's what some of their hair transplant clients have said.
Around 26, 27, I lost almost all of my hair on top. It changed my life in ways that I cannot imagine.
My hair is going to continue growing for the rest of my life. There is hope that you can do something about your hair loss.
Multi-unit hair grafting gives you 3 times more hair per procedure, saving you time and money. Hair transplants are more affordable than ever, and PRP is a fast, easy, and effective 45-minute treatment for thinning or damaged hair. Call Vanscoy for a free consultation, 614-432-8042, or visit vanscoyhair.com. That's 614-432-8042. Find out what procedure will restore your hair.
At Baths R Us, we believe home improvement is life improvement, and that starts with the team who brings your vision to life. Our installers aren't just skilled, they're experts.
This is who we are. This is what we do all day, every day.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement, or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel. Plus, low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate, or go to bathsrus.com, 380-225-2284. Baths R Us, where dreams soak in.
Dear McDonald's, your breakfast menu? Fire. 10s across the board. I could be happy with anything, even though I order the same thing every time. Thanks for not judging me. I'll try something new next time. Maybe.
For a limited time, you can enjoy a savory sausage McMuffin with egg meal, including golden hash browns and a small hot coffee for just $5. Price and participation may vary.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Friday night, under the lights. You're listening to the Fans High School Football Game of the Week postgame show.
37-15, the final score, as defending Division III state champion Bishop Watterson posts the victory at home in Week 1 with the victory tonight over the Big Walnut Golden Eagles. Eagles players racing to their student section to salute them. What a night tonight. A lot of Watterson Eagles stood out, and to tell you more, how about our players of the game presented by Roosters?
Hey, players of the game here. I think that
Who got it done? Who put it on tape? It's the high school football game of the week players of the game.
Sponsored by Roosters. Roosters is giving away 12 ultimate Buckeye experiences, tickets, sideline passes, trips to a first-round postseason game, and more. Register today at roosterswings.com.
All right, Justin, you may proceed now as Roosters, a fun casual joint, presents our offensive players and defensive players of the game. How about on offense?
Offense, well, you don't score 37 points without some big plays, on the offensive side of the ball. I'm going Carter Belisari, junior, coming in playing receiver because they need him to be there. Had some great plays. I felt like they leaned on him quite a bit tonight when they needed to get something going on the offensive side of the ball. 7 catches, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. What a start for his junior year. And then on the defensive side of the ball, somebody we knew was going to be in there mixing things up, being disruptive. Michael Boyle, 6 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 1 sack. This was a game where he needed that defensive line needed to play well. He needed to play well to stop the other side, and he came through tonight for his team.
Once again, our offensive and defensive players of the game brought to you by Roosters. And so 37-15 again. Big Walnut led at one juncture, 15-0, but things kind of unraveled towards the end of the first half, and Golden Eagles never recovered.
No, they did not. And that was just soul-crushing going into halftime, not up more than you were, more than 1 point. And I just think they weren't able to get back into it. And then you had a couple turnovers early in that third quarter, and then Bishop Watterson never looked back. They got things going. The offense felt its way through this game, and it just kind of ended up the way we thought it was going to, I think, as far as their production and what they were able to do with Drew Belisari at the quarterback his senior year.
And how about the Watterson defense again shutting down Nolan Burley? Burley did have a touchdown tonight, but he also fumbled, and he was just never really a big factor in this game at all.
Yeah, and I think last year they held him to about 43 yards. I imagine it's somewhere around that this year, knowing that he's a big back and he runs hard and he's a great back for his team. They knew they had to stop him, and they were able to do that tonight. And just a great showing here. Well, not a great showing. There's a lot of things to clean up, which the coaches like when you're able to get out here with a 37-15 victory, and you're able to go into film and really get after these guys and let them know we're not going to be able to get back to where we want to be if we play games like that as sloppy as we did tonight.
All right, so Week 1 is in the books in Ohio high school football. Week 2 coming up next. Our game next week on the Capital Ford High School Game of the Week will be Hilliard Bradley at Hilliard Darby. Should be an interesting matchup in a battle of Hilliard. 2 of the 3 schools going at it. We'll be on the air next week with the pregame show with Skip Mossick tonight in high school football beginning at about 6:30. And we'll be on the air live at 7 with coverage from Hilliard Darby High School. Justin, this has been fun. Thank you so much, man. Glad to have you on the fan team. Looking forward to you covering the Buckeyes and coming back for some high school football, hopefully.
I love it. I had a great time tonight. Hopefully the listeners enjoyed, and we had a great game here tonight to start the season off.
Well, excellent job, sir. And want to thank also with us here at Ohio Dominicans Panther Stadium, Cam Taylor. An exceptional job on the stats tonight. Thanks to the guys in the studio, Jacob Reimer and Nate Puderbaugh. And guess what's coming up? I know everyone's excited for this. They're back. Ryan Baker and Lee Cochran. Byers Subaru High School football overtime next. Guys, take it away.
Thanks for listening to the Fans High School Football Game of the Week. Be sure to stay tuned for high school football overtime as we recap the biggest games of the night. The Fan, Ohio Sports.